Oh, are we live?
Hey,
Hi.
everyone.
Hi. I sound like that podcast for X22. Hi. Welcome
Hi.
to 239 Live.
To the Friday edition. Lois and Jimbo coming
Lois
in.
and Jimbo. Look at that tan you have. I can't get out in the sun. Well, I do get out in the sun, but
Well,
I tan a different
I have a
color.
cheat code. I'm Native American, so
How much?
my mom was full-blooded Creek Indian. Yeah, and my dad's Cuban. So
Cuban. Okay,
yeah,
so you're going to have that good
I'm
skin.
gonna have that ability to morph.
Well, I'm Scotch
Yeah,
Irish, so that's a little light skin, but then it's also Cherokee. But
yeah.
actually, that's what my family told me, but I found out that my grandmother was from a Choctaw reservation.
Nice.
So I don't know if she really is Cherokee or if it's Choctaw.
At this point, everybody, I think, there's a lot of DNA in DNA, but I think everybody
Well, we
may
can't.
have a little touch of everything in them. You
uh,
know,
I'm happy with Scotch Irish and whatever.
you gotta be happy with what you are.
Got to be happy
Yeah.
with who you are. And I am happy today because we
Yeah.
have a mighty, mighty fine show today with some wonderfully interesting folks.
I agree, Lois.
And I want to know how you got that sun.
Just outside for an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's aggravating.
Is it? Sorry about that. It doesn't take much.
Well,
I'm
it looks
sorry.
good. It looks
Yeah.
good. So what's going on for you this weekend?
Full weekend, right? We're at the canoe races tomorrow.
Right?
And then sun rituals. I think Berman may be coming in.
Yeah, yeah,
Talk
that's
about it.
what you guys are gonna do.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
kind of cool. We were
Yeah.
just
Remember
talking.
we had him here?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
darling. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful young man.
I could not believe how many people they get to their events. I mean, that was amazing, because they're kind of a startup thing. It's unique, it's
Yeah.
different, and they're filling it up. My son and after I told him, I talked to him. My son and one of his friends said, "Oh, we went to that. It was awesome." And so, yeah, so they're doing something right.
Yeah, I like to go and kind of see because I like their and you guys get to see it later as we carry
Yeah,
on this little conversation here. So we have a great show today. We
great
have
show.
Burt Saunders who's going to bring us up to date on the Veterans Nursing Home, and we have Kevin Stabile, who is a man of many talents. You heard his music coming in,
I
right?
did, I
That's
did.
pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
And with his networking group, which is Cray Cray, wonderful.
Like,
And then we have the boys coming in.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So
Cool show again. Fridays are always awesome show.
it's always awesome.
Well, first of all, the energy's different. It's heading into the weekend, right? So,
Yes.
so everybody's a little more, you know.
Well, when we're running
Well,
hot.
yeah, that's it. Getting ready to say, wait a minute. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and start our goodies and let's say good morning, Kevin. And
Mm.
let's see. There we go. All right. So, what's our first thing up for today? Our day's National Chocolate Chip Day. You like chocolate chips?
I love chocolate
That is
chip.
Wayne's
Look,
favorite.
look at my
Even
lady
nasty
figure here.
cookies are
You
like,
can't tell I like chocolate chips.
well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Could have been anything. Chocolate chips, chocolate chip cookie dough pops. The possibilities are endless for taste irresistible treats on National Chocolate Chip Day.
Nice.
So how did this start? I said, da, 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 da. Okay, we can go past that one. Did I give the history of this? Because you know how I am.
Yeah.
But evidently I must not have. Okay,
Uh,
let's go back to the. Is there anything that makes anything better than chocolate chips? Yeah, they're also completely versatile. And here is Diane's treat. Those are her chocolate chip cookies. Now, last time I brought in these great brownies. Somebody ate
Still on
one,
the presentation.
and then we had this cake leche, whatever it is, and they ate about. I think he just threw it away. I brought it in.
Really?
Yeah, shame on him.
I would have
Anyway,
probably devoured that.
yeah,
Have you ever had a cake pop?
they're like a little lollipop. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's one bite.
That's, boy,
Those are like
those are dangerous.
$4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
For the
did
bank and your
for the
belly.
bank and the so forth. Okay, let's see. I guess I didn't put the. I'll bring up what the history of it, but all cookies are better with chocolate chips. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Forget about
I
it.
was going to bring in a big Hershey's Kiss and say this is a chocolate chip I like.
Now, do you make your own cookies or do you buy store bought that you just heat up?
Well, I don't. I
Are
buy
you a baker at all?
store-bought. No,
No.
I do like to bake.
Yeah.
I do sometimes, but I
Yeah.
haven't really done it.
I hate baking.
Wayne likes chocolate chip cookies, so I get those Chips Ahoy's and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stuff on. Good. Hello,
Oh, yeah.
Dave.
Hey.
Dave, do you like chocolate chip cookies? What's your favorite cookie?
Mm.
He'll tell us later when he has to ponder.
Yeah,
But anyway, they're all um, chocolate chips. Just make it better if
they
they're
do.
homemade or so much. His daughter makes killer cookies.
Let's
Shannon, it's time for your dad's cookies.
Oh, boy.
All right.
My mouth water just peanut butter cookies with chocolate chips, nothing better.
Yeah, I like that. Peanut butter chocolate. That's Reese's.
Exactly.
They actually have
You
that in
got
Chips Ahoy's.
you got it.
See, what I do is I buy them and then I'll eat one or two for breakfast,
Of
but
course.
I just chew them up, then I spit them out. Because I really can't. I know Wayne goes, "You are so gross." I'm like, I want the taste, but I don't want that in my
Yeah.
hanging around in my stomach. It's just like dough, like a big pot
Yeah.
of dough. White chocolate
It
macadamia nut. That's
There we
nice.
go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good
He would eat that white chocolate. He'll eat basically, he's like Mikey. He'll eat anything. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I'll eat
really matter.
anything twice is what I like to tell everybody. I'll
What?
try it. I'll eat
Yeah,
anything
try it.
twice.
There you go. All right. What's our another day coming up? 2-9 Live, I'll eat anything. There you go. That's the gospel.
We need
Well, you
to
don't eat anything because you left all that stuff and you left the cake
That's
in the
what
refrigerator.
we ought to have I'll eat anything Friday one Friday and just bring a smorgasbord
Oh,
and
that
have
would be
everybody
good.
see who will really eat anything.
Let's make that little notation. I'll
Yeah.
eat anything Friday.
Why not?
And we could bring and we could bring in some chocolate covered crickets.
There we go.
Yes.
Like I said, I'll eat anything twice.
I'll eat anything. All right. Hats for Headwear Day. You want to read that one, Jimbo?
Hats for oh boy.
You don't have okay. Hats
Yeah.
for Headwear Day, as you don't have your glasses, I
I
see,
don't.
is a lively and impactful event dedicated to raising awareness and funds for brain injury support.
Nice.
The fun-filled day sees participants don their most creative and wacky hats, share selfies, and make donations. This initiative not only brings attention to brain injuries, but also fosters community spirit.
Man. You know, there's so many things you don't even know about.
Yeah, you don't know that you don't know. Well,
Exactly. Well, that's true, but it's amazing.
did I bring the history of that? Like I'm asking her, or did I send that? There we go. So hats for headweight timeline. They may not have called it that, but
1848.
isn't that something?
Yeah.
A railroad
Wow.
worker, Phineas Gage, survives a devastating brain injury when an iron tampering rod passes through his skull,
Get out of here.
revealing how frontal lobe damage can alter personalities and spurring early scientific interest in brain function and injury. So how about that?
I mean, can you imagine somebody
No.
able to live through that?
No.
Especially in 1848?
No.
No. So how resilient is the human body and brain?
Well, he probably had a little bit of stuff going on with him. He probably was not the same.
Think so?
You think so?
Yeah.
That was the first lobotomy, maybe.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
would be that.
But allowed them to study, his whole frontal lobe was probably gone.
And there you go. And it was like 50 years later, or almost 50 years later, the first documented use of proactive American football helmets.
Jeez.
1891.
I cannot imagine playing football, a sport I love, without a helmet on.
Oh, well, they used to just wear these little leather,
I know.
whatever. It's like the internal
Yeah.
lining of what it used to be now.
Yeah.
But some American football players began using that. And then in 1966, seatbelt law launches head injury prevention era. U.S. National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act authorized federal safety standards such as seatbelts, helping to reduce head and brain injuries. So there you go.
Yeah.
Now, you think that's a violation of your personal rights? If you want to put on a seatbelt, you can put on a seatbelt. But does the government have to mandate that for you?
You know, no.
Okay. I'm just asking
But-
because a dear friend of mine who was a long-term Republican representative for Collier County voted no when they were with seatbelts. She says, I don't understand why you need it.
Yeah.
You can make a choice. You're an adult. So I thought that was a very interesting.
It goes with everything, but then there's the statistics that people have emotions with and react to, right?
Okay. I mean,
where there's so many statistics of people getting. Now, I will tell you that I was in a car wreck, a very bad car wreck, and the only reason I survived is because I didn't have my seatbelt on.
the only reason you survived is
Yeah,
because you did
I
not
was
have your seatbelt on.
rarities that was thrown away from the wreck, and it
Wow.
got bad, and I didn't have anything happen, but yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
it's a
Who knows? I mean,
yeah,
I don't
it's a
know.
personal choice when you get your vehicle anyway.
I just wanted to like bring that up because I thought that was so. I like the sound effects. Oh, good. He likes your sound effects. There you go. This is for you. Thank you. Thank you. All
I'll be
right.
here all day, guys.
Yeah. What's next? Um, we're gonna do that. That's gonna be when Bert comes up.
Comes up.
Let's see what else did I have in here. Who knows? But I'll tell you, we probably should get started on our first guest. Oh, this is what today is technically Armed Forces Day for businesses. It's really tomorrow, and I will be leaving the show at 11:15 to head down to Aval for their Armed Forces program. And we've been doing this. I say we because I initially started the first run for Military Appreciation Month to try to get different groups to do different things so we could ramp it up for the whole month because it's a pretty wonderful thing. And theirs is the one that stuck. Of course, we have Memorial Day and
Wow.
people do their. But this is. Do you have the next picture slide of that? And let's show what the actual
Isn't
event.
it crazy what sticks when you throw something out in the universe?
Yeah, yeah.
It really is,
And this one has stuck with because of Al is very much involved with veterans.
Yeah.
And you can come on up, Bert. And but you can see what they have. They have Ed Brandt will be doing it, and they have different ones on down. Where it says History of Armed Forces Day. That's my piece of the show.
Yeah. Now, where is that?
At Avow, they're on Whippoorwill,
Okay.
Lane, and they have a nice big meeting room.
Gotcha.
And so then you can see the whole thing up there.
Yeah.
They have the presentation of the colors, the pledge, the national anthem, the pledge. I think I just said that. Then the invocation, and then the memorial of the missing man's table. Then I do the history piece, and then they do the military medley where all the different veterans stand up and do whatever. And
one of the things
cool.
it is cool, and one of the things I just thought, I didn't mean to cut you off, but one of the things I just thought of is I think we need to follow up on some of the things we ran across, the people we interviewed with this being this month specifically, like the wall that the guy was the portable kind of memorial, and just see some of the things. The other gentleman we had in here, one of the first guys, he was pretty cool too. That works with veterans and helps them come out of.
Oh yes. Have awesome.
We've had some great ones, and I think it'd be great to follow up this month with some of them. Maybe
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
make that little notation here. Follow up with the guys, which brings us
Our brainstorming session on live TV.
Don't mind us here. But this leads into the next segue when we talk about the veterans nursing home, long-term care. What's the exact time? And we have the person who's been very instrumental in bringing this all about. Obviously, you know him when you came in. Had a big smile on your face.
Yep.
Anytime you can smile at a commissioner, that's a good thing.
Hey, Burt is an OG, baby.
Yeah. There you go. And so welcome, Burt Saunders.
It's nice to get. I was going to say we don't see too many smiles, but it's nice to get one.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
A lot of
Absolutely. You made my weekend already.
Oh, I'm glad I could, Burt.
There you go. Well, Burt Saunders is on one of our Collier County Commissioners, District 3.
Correct, District 3.
Good, District 3. And I wanted him to come in to give us a big update because about the veterans. What do we call it? It's not nursing home, long-term care. Give me the right language.
I'm going to give you the official name. Now, this is a new name for this type of state veterans nursing home. They've got a new name for this because this facility is so special that the state is now calling it a long-term care community. It's no longer a nursing home. It's a long-term care community.
Nice.
Because this provides services and things that you just don't simply find in a veterans nursing home typically.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, for example, there's a coffee shop there, so it's going to be sort of like a Starbucks type of a coffee shop. So veterans can visit their family members in a really nice setting, as opposed to in the veterans' home in their room. There's going to be a sports bar there. Now, I'm sorry to say there won't be any alcohol at the sports bar, but veterans will be able to meet with their family and other veterans and other veterans in the community home to socialize and have a really nice setting, as opposed to, again, being in an area that's not amenable to that type of thing. There's a theater in there, so
Wow.
that there'll be different
Wow.
performances, different movies, things for the veterans in the home to participate in. And so it's going to really be more of a community for all the veterans there. Many of these state veterans nursing homes are all spread out, and you get veterans in there that have mobility issues. And so they can't really go down a very long hallway to some area. So the way this is being designed is very compact. And so the central part of it is a very short distance, and veterans will be able to get to that center part very
Wow.
easily. So it's really going to be a healthcare community as
Yeah.
versus a nursing home.
Diana, put up one of those pictures, like the one. Would this should give them a good idea? Top what it looks like.
Well, that's basically the site plan,
Yeah.
and
Right.
just to get everybody oriented, down to the bottom of that, which is actually on the east side of the facility,
You send your-
is State Road 951.
Gotcha.
On the right, which is really the north end of this project, that's Golden Gate
There you go.
Parkway, and it'll have 120 beds.
Gotcha.
Some of the rooms will have kind of a little bit of a suite, so that the spouse of the veteran there can be there as well. And so this is really being designed in a really nice way to accommodate the needs of our veteran community.
Yeah, I think one of the things, and I discovered this on this show actually, Bert, was that Southwest Florida is the #1 area for veterans. And
Well, we have
there's a lot.
we have about 28 to 29,000 veterans in Collier County.
Number is amazing.
That's an incredible number.
It is.
To consider the population here. And one of the things that I wanted to accomplish, going back to 2018, because that's when this project became a reality.
Almost 10 years ago.
I got the board to put into the sales tax initiative $30 million for a veterans nursing home as a local match, a state local match. And with that $30 million, we rose to the top of the list of veterans nursing home applications in the state of Florida.
Wow.
And with the design that we put together, we rose to the top of the list in terms of nursing homes for the country. So we have in this nursing home a what they call an adult day health care facility. You don't see those in typical nursing homes. And unfortunately, the federal government doesn't pay anything for new construction for an adult day health care facility. Now, this is like a senior center, if you will, on steroids.
Yeah,
Veterans can go there that are in the community and get different types of mental health services, vision services, things of that nature. And the caregivers for veterans, so say you have a husband and wife, and the wife, say, is the caregiver. Well, this gives the caregiver the opportunity to take the veteran to a very safe, secure place where they get services, camaraderie with other veterans. And so the caregiver gets some respite, if you will,
Nice.
and is able to go shopping and that sort of thing. One of the things that the county set out to do was to make Collier County really the most veteran-friendly county in Florida.
There you go.
And of course, Governor DeSantis has determined to make Florida the most veteran-friendly state in the union.
Right.
And so I think we've accomplished this because we're creating a veterans, if you will, a campus for veterans, a one-stop shop for veterans to come in, get the services that they need. Now, it's not going to be a hospital. It's not going to be an actual clinic, but it's going to have everything else. But any types of services that they need will be there. There's going to be a community center there where other types of veteran services will be available in addition to the adult day health care and the nursing home facility. And so this is going to be a one-stop shop for our veterans.
And that is such a great for them to
It
have
is.
one locale instead of you got to go to here, then you have to go over
Absolutely.
to the next thing, then you have to go over.
Well, that's absolutely correct. There's an organization, I forget the name of it here, that is geared towards letting veterans know what types of services they've earned. You know, they've sacrificed, their family sacrificed to protect our freedoms.
It's a great way to put it.
This is not a handout to veterans. This
Yeah.
is something that they've earned. We owe this
Yeah.
to them. And so there's a group that's dedicated to getting information to veterans as to what services are available to them, what they've earned. And I was shocked to learn that, and I'm going to make up a percentage here, but it's in the ballpark, that only about 20 or 25% of veterans even know
Yeah.
the services that
Yeah.
are
Common
available
theme.
to them and what they are entitled to. So they want to get the word out to the veteran community. You can get these services. Here's the place to go to get them.
As you're not talking Eddie Hardnick, where he comes down on. He used to be with the county that would help them with that. Is this a different kind of thing?
Well, it's the same kind of thing, but that's, I think, different individuals.
Oh, different individuals.
I believe that may be the same. It may be the same. I shouldn't say
Is it
that.
with the but is it affiliated with the county
No.
services? No, it's a different thing.
It's a private organization. They do this all over the country.
I think one of the things that you've mentioned several times in explaining what it is community and a place for them to gather. And the one thing that we found interviewing people up here and everything and hearing what the biggest thing is, it's about community with these guys, right?
Yes,
It's
sir.
about
Certainly.
about gathering, it's about it's just sharing and it's a healing process as well that goes into that.
Well,
So kudos to the way this is thought out, Bert, right? Where you have all these ways in a single stop shop, if you will. And is there another one that's designed like this one?
no, this will set the standard for designs for the rest of the country.
Nice.
I was up in Washington last year, meeting with the Federal Department of Veterans Affairs, and the young lady that I was sitting next to, it was a large group meeting, was the woman that was in charge of all of their healthcare issues, and we started off the meeting with the comment that this facility is unlike any that's being constructed right now, and it will be the model for the country. And within a few weeks of that meeting, we got the letter from the director of the Federal Department of Veterans Affairs that we were number one, and we were approved for a $74 million federal grant.
Wow.
Now, just so your listeners understand, this is a rather expensive project. We have $10 million in state money. We have the $30 million in county money that was for the local match. We have an additional $10 million in county money for the adult day health care facility. And so in addition, we have about 24 acres of land that the county donated to the state that is probably worth about $5 or $6 million, if not more. So this is a fairly expensive project,
Right.
but it will be the first of its kind, and it will be something that this community will be proud of for the long-term future.
It needs to be built, and it sounds like most of it's grant money anyway.
The largest percentage of
Yeah,
it.
so
And with the sales tax, that was a temporary sales tax, and our
Right.
visitors paid about 35% of that.
Right.
So
Right.
our local taxpayers did not get hit too hard on this,
Yeah.
but just a little bit. But there was the local voters that approved
Of
the
course.
tax in the first place for this
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, a project well needed.
You said 2000. This is from my own knowledge. 2018 is when you were talking about it. Is that when we almost got a nursing facility? And that was
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, that
what's his
was-
face?
Yeah, that was an interesting situation
Yeah,
because that was in 2014.
It's like
and-
Lucy and
Yeah, and I didn't,
matching the football front.
I didn't know anything about that. I was not on the county commission. I was not involved in county
Right.
government that much. I had retired from politics a number of years prior to that, but I read up on it afterwards. And what happened in that particular one is the county simply designated a piece of land that was totally unacceptable. It was out in the Immokalee area,
Wow.
and on its face, it was unacceptable because these facilities have to be close to a hospital.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, our Golden Gate Parkway area is very close to a hospital. Plus, that property was in a flood hazard zone, so that property was unacceptable. It was rejected, and the county fell off the list. So when I got involved, we were not on a list, and what I had to do was get back on that list. And the only way we were going to do that, because we had a couple of other counties that were ahead of us, or that were already on the list, by getting the local match, which is what the state generally collects.
Right.
By getting the local match, I went to the legislature and to the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, and I said, we don't need to be on your list. We're not interfering with anybody else on this list. You're collecting the local match for them. We have our local match. That immediately put us at the top.
Absolutely.
And it was, a process after that. We got delayed a couple of years because of COVID, and so it's been a long term process. But just to put it in perspective, Marion County has been number one on the list since about 2015.
Wow.
And they are still waiting to get a nursing home there. They don't even have a site located. The
Wow.
state does not have the local match for another nursing home, and it'll be several years before they do. And so getting on that list is important, but it doesn't mean you're going to get a nursing home anytime soon. So
Right.
we had to kind of jump the list. And
Yeah.
that's what we did.
That-
Now, I knew that process. I had been in the legislature.
He'd been in the legislature long enough. He knows how to navigate.
So I knew that
That's
process.
the OG process right there, right? That's the, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so when does construction start?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Yes.
We have a we have a little bit of a wrinkle, but that we've worked out.
But let me know, because
yeah.
you're going to see about it. So we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So the way this works is the county provides the land for the project. And in this case, we provided the land, the local match, and some additional funds. And we ran the show basically to get it designed the way it's designed. But then we turn that all over to the state. The state fills out the application for federal funding with our information, and we get ranked, and then we get the nod from the federal government. But from that point forward, it's a state project. It's not a county project.
Gotcha.
Now, we had set this up so a couple staff people and myself were always on these phone calls with the state, the contractor, the architects, the engineers, all of the people involved with the state, not the federal government, but with the state. And we raised this issue of, okay, now we've got the deed to the property. We want to give it to you, Tallahassee. How do we give it to you?
Yeah.
They said, well, we've done these nursing homes before. We've worked with the federal government before. We know what we're doing. And now this goes back to August of last year. And so we said,
Really
okay,
Yeah.
Obviously we have to rely on you. It's your project. But the issue was, does the property have to be environmentally cleaned before the federal government accepts the property, or can you clean the property during the construction process? Now, Florida is an area where there's a lot of arsenic in the ground, and especially in golf courses. Now, we've built on this golf course a workforce housing project. It's going to have about 330 units, people living on the golf course. We had a Florida Department of Environmental Protection mitigation plan that was consistent with the standards of the state, and that mitigation was done during the construction process. We have a golf course that's being developed out there with a restaurant and a clubhouse and all types of facilities that people are going to be on for long periods of time. That was cleaned up from an environmental standpoint, arsenic removed, and a plan that went along with the construction approved by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Now we get to our project. Same piece of property, same problem, same mitigation plan. That was put together by the state and their contractor. And all along, the state folks kept telling us, not a problem. All we have to do is have a mitigation plan in place along with construction. That was the process. We even got a letter from the state saying, okay, we've got the Florida Department of Environmental Protection approved mitigation plan in place. We're ready to go. And then we get a letter from the federal Department of Veterans Affairs that said, no, not quite so fast. We want the land cleaned before we accept the property. And so you have to do it outside of the construction process. Now, the interesting thing about arsenic in the ground is there's really only one way to get arsenic poisoning from the ground, and that is if you eat a lot of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And so the process has always been just cover it up.
Yeah.
Put a road on it,
Right.
put a building pad on it, or put some clean fill on top of it. But we're not able to do that. So we have to go back now and scrape 2 feet of soil off the entire parcel
2 feet.
and haul it away. It's going to cost about $5 or $6 million to do that. If we had done the mitigation plan as part of the construction process with covering up parts of it, it would have cost about $2 million.
Right.
So $4 million totally wasted. And what I had to do is, and the commission agreed to do this at our last meeting, I got the board to declare an emergency, to authorize the manager to sign contracts, to waive bidding, and to proceed with the environmental cleanup of this property, and to pay for it with county funds, and we will seek reimbursement from the state for this. And so now we are in a fire drill to clean this property. We got a plan in place. We know we can clean it. And the letter said, if you don't have this property cleaned and inspected by October 1st, then you lose the federal grant. Well, that would be the end of the project.
Then that,
Yeah.
And
that
again,
definitely,
to get arsenic poisoning, you have to eat a lot of dirt to do that. I don't know too many county residents that are out there eating
Yeah.
dirt, but we're going to spend another $4 or $5 million to make sure that can't happen. It's just silly.
It
the
is silly.
environmental protection person who approved
Well, as we say,
the workforce, the workforce housing and the Arthrex, is that the same people that are in charge of that now?
Absolutely. It'll be the
Great
same people
question.
from the Florida Department of Environmental Protection that will review this and confirm that it's been cleaned.
Yeah.
But it's the federal government that says you got to clean it first. It's not
Okay.
the state.
Okay, but the
Yeah.
federal, whoever was in the environmental protection for the federal that allowed Arthrex and
Well, see
workforce housing.
the beauty of the golf course with Arthrex and the housing project, it had no federal involvement.
And
So
federal
we didn't have to deal with some federal agency. Now we're going to try to bring a little bit of political pressure to bear here and see if we can get them to back off on that requirement. But my assumption is that it's a bureaucracy that's doing this. We have such a short time frame
right.
that we're just going to go as fast as we can to clean that property up. I don't think there's any alternative. We'll get it done.
Lake state, yeah.
It's just creating a lot of anxiety.
Well, it seems like there's already a precedent set on how you deal with it. You pad some of it, you know what I mean, and to change it
Yep.
in midstream is just like you said, the political.
Well,
Excuse me, but I'm gonna again. There you go. It's the political.
It's the bureaucracy. But I can tell
Yeah.
you, I've got this email from the State Department of Veterans Affairs that says we're ready to go. We got the mitigation plan in place with the construction project. A week later, we got the email from the state saying, "Whoops, we were wrong. we have to reverse course here." And quite frankly, the state has said to me, and can the county get this done? And I've said, I believe so. We've got a commission that is solely committed to getting this done.
Right.
We're blessed in Collier County where we do have some flexibility with coming up with some money from here and there out of reserve. So we've got the plan in place now to do it. We got the contractor that's ready to go forward. We got the money available, and they've told us they can clean this property completely, recover it in 90 days. So that'll give us another month to get the Florida Department of Environmental Protection to sign off. We're already working with the state to make sure that they're going to sign off on this very quickly. So I think we'll get there, but it's just very painful.
Let me take us back to the very beginning. After saying all this stuff, what it's for?
Yeah.
And how it's what it's for is so incredible, and it's the beginning of a better quality of life for future places that get built and veterans and to have to go through all the stuff that you go through, but it's for everything. I get it, but it's
still a pain when you
It's
figure that the state has set this up and put these
right,
and the Fed goes, "Oh no, sorry, you can't do that."
that's the overstep.
You got to have one hand's not talking to the other. And
if they had sent us a letter a year ago that said this property has to be cleaned first, we would have been fine.
And they knew about it a year ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because the application even talked about the fact that there were some environmental issues. That was one of the parts of the application. So everyone knew about it.
Yeah.
But they waited until
we're ready to launch.
180 days before the drop dead date on this.
You're almost back to the boat ramp. You know what I mean? It's you've done your trip, but it's crazy.
I don't think Trump would be happy about this, or somebody.
Yeah.
Or Scott, you said you're working with Scott.
No, we're sending letters and information to our representative to see if there's something we can do. I'm not optimistic because of the short time frame that would have to be done. But so we're going to move forward. We're going down both paths, and if we get the nod from the Federal Department of Veterans Affairs that we can hold off on the mitigation in advance of construction, we can stop that. But I don't want to risk.
We don't want to risk anything.
We can't even wait a week.
Yeah,
that's why we did the emergency at the commission meeting.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
So it's Rosanna Dana. It goes to show it's always something.
Well, there was one other thing I wanted to mention, just because we were talking about before I depart from the show. We do have the Veterans Community Center And I wanted to do a shout out to our Congressman, Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart. A couple years ago, we went to the congressman and said, we'd like to see if we can get some federal money to build to rehab a building that'll serve as the Veterans Community Center. And quite frankly, I put in that letter and that request for $6 million. He took that, put it into the budget for $9 million. Now, it took a couple of years because there was a delay in the federal government having a budget, but ultimately, Congressman Diaz-Balart got us the $9 million.
Nice.
We are doing the engineering and architectural stuff right now and should begin construction hopefully by the beginning of next year.
Awesome.
To rehab an existing building
yeah.
for that.
So
On
the
that same
infrastructure
campus.
is keep building for the veterans.
Yeah.
That's an awesome thing.
It's on that same campus. that
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's nice. That's nice. The whole area is going to be really beautiful when it's done. It's going to be fabulous.
Well, thank you for your time.
Well, yes, and you have a
Appreciate it.
wonderful advisory committee. What's it called? Ambassadors.
Yeah, we don't
is
have
it
an
called?
official name, but I will say what we're trying to do is create a committee that will be involved in helping the veterans in that long-term care community to get the things that they need. So, for example, the federal government, the state government won't pay for toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrushes, socks, underwear. The veterans have to get that themselves. Now, a lot of the veterans in there are going to be, some of them will have been homeless.
Yeah.
Some of them will have no family members. They'll have no resources. And so we want to make sure that they get everything. But in addition, there's certain amenities that would be nice for the veterans to have. So, for example, out in the courtyards, these are just blank courtyards. There's nothing there. So we can put gazebos in there. We can put sitting areas. We can do plantings. There's all kinds of things we can do to make this a real home. And the committee that's what the committee is going to do. And Lois, you're going to be a huge part of that.
Lois always is, right? I tell you, she's cloned. That's it. Yeah.
And for televisions or big screen TVs,
Exactly.
or a billiard.
Yeah, if we want to put a pool table in there, well, we'd have to raise money to do that.
Yeah.
So we really want this to be a nice facility, a nice home.
I do have another question real quick before you leave. Are there, with all the things that are available in there, we've met a lot of cool people here that do a lot of work with veterans. In these nursing facilities, is there a specific groups that are tied to them for veteran mental health support, which seems to be the number one thing they really need to get on? And
well, we're going to be in close collaboration with David Lawrence Center on all of this as we go forward. As you know, David Lawrence Center has been the beneficiary of a lot of largesse, if you will, from the county. We're building a new facility out there. The county put $50 million in sales tax money for that. And so David Lawrence Center is going to work very closely with us to make sure that certain mental health services are available as well to veterans.
Excellent.
But also independent people could come in to speak with them, like our friend.
Sure. Absolutely. He was amazing.
He
reaches their soul.
Oh, man.
I mean, he really saves their soul.
Yeah.
Honestly. It was amazing.
I want to thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
When I was writing this morning, I just happened to pull up something because I was going to read about your background. But if you've been here at all, Burt's, and very, And so thank you for the explanation. I know it's going to work out. I know they're going to be to the wall, making sure.
Yeah, we'll get there, and it's because of support
Have no
from
doubt.
Folks like yourselves.
Have no doubt
that make this such a wonderful community. This really is a unique area.
When
we do things here, we do them the right way, and it costs more, but in the long run, it's something that's going to serve a community for 50 years.
Yep.
And so when you add a little bit to it to make it really special, it's not that much of an added cost.
I agree.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Burt.
I'm so glad we finally got you here. We kept playing like Friday roulette.
Well, I see both of you in canoes tomorrow.
Well,
I'll be landlocked. We'll be on the microphone, but we'll be there.
All right.
Sure.
Well, I will not be in a canoe tomorrow.
Yeah.
As well, but I will be.
I've had my share in a canoe, by the way. So
yeah, same here.
I'll be pontooning and reporting on stuff from Key Wading and from there. So
thank you.
It's gonna be a good day. I'll get some sun tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Burt. Tell you what, before we bring up our next guest, let's do our sponsors because we love our sponsors and we want to thank them.
Absolutely.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah.
About all that. That's
You
really,
know, again, I go right back to the things we learn,
yeah.
you know?
Hey, Mighty Dog.
Mighty Dog, Brian.
Tony's birthday. We've got some chocolate chip cookies we could give you if you came up for your birthday. Mighty Dog Roofing. Woof, woof. I was thinking about who was the announcer.
Torch Hot Yoga.
Torch Hot Yoga. Tony, she is everywhere. Beautiful lady.
Nice. Amherst.
Roofing. Get your roofs checked out. You can have them come out and do a little preliminary check and see.
Met him at Hoffman's event. Really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You did.
Yeah.
And Frank's son and moving and storage. We got to get these guys up here. I haven't had the pleasure of their
I'm sure
formal
we'll
company,
have,
but
right.
would like to have you come up and join us. And Maddie Moen, not Maddie Moen, Matt Moen, Roll Scoop. And he's done a fabulous job. The kid, he grew up here. He's got a great story if you remember when he was on.
Yeah, well, his community support is incredible.
He's very,
Incredible.
very involved in the community. And just my favorite sign at Roll Scoop is please don't lick the glass. Looking through the glass, ice cream, they just lick on the glass. So anyway, well, I'm really excited. I've known of this guest through Facebook. That's how I meet a lot of people.
It is
Facebook, and you follow them, and you see what's happening. And I am really delighted to have Mr. Kevin Stabile on with us today because he is an incredibly credited, accomplished man. I came in and heard your music playing. I'm like, wow, this is really cool.
You have a theme song.
Yeah, so
nice.
We should have played that for your walk-in song.
Should
baseball players.
We should have.
Next time we'll do that. So tell us a little bit about yourself, other than being an accomplished musician, obviously.
Well, a couple of things real quick. So great segment with Burt. It's amazing work that he's spearheading, and I know how much of a challenge that is to get something of that magnitude done. But what a worthy cause.
Yeah.
Appreciate the invite, Lois.
Yeah.
To be on, Jimbo. Awesome
nice to meet you. Absolutely.
And all that good stuff. Yeah. So I'm a rare breed. I was born and raised in Florida. I grew up in a small town called Seminole, up around where people know, kind of like St. Pete, Tampa, that whole area and everything. So moved over to Tampa, lived there for a good spell, moved over to the East Coast, lived there for a while. And I've just been down here for about 24 years now.
Nice.
And what do you do?
Yeah, so I am the founder CEO of the American Spirit Marketplace. And it's funny, a lot of people do liken it to what we've discussed before. Like, hey, it's kind of like a conservative Angie's List. So I know that we don't get uber political on the show, but we do live in a very nice kind of right-leaning red bubble in Southeast Florida. So it is a private marketplace. We own the servers. We have a developer on staff. We've just got the infrastructure set up that businesses that wanted to be involved with us can be, because we understand money's green. Folks we do business with, no one's going to turn away business. But the idea behind that is when consumers want to look around in their local marketplace and say, hey, I'm looking for fill in the blank, whether it's a restaurant to eat at or chiropractor, roofer, or what have you, that they can go in there and look and see if we have that business. And if we don't, we tell them, hey, don't get upset. Go find them and refer them to us.
Absolutely.
Because that's how this whole thing grows. So we're very interwoven throughout Southwest Florida, predominantly Collier and Lee County, with folks coming on board with us who we feel have a like mind of shared values.
So what broad of an area does that cover? Because Southwest Florida is a big area. So are you like Lehigh, North Fort Myers, even farther north, all the way down to Marco Island, all the way out to, is it all encompassing? So if someone were to go look you up and check it out, you would have businesses wherever they may be.
Yeah, so we're most heavy throughout Collier and Lee, a good part into Charlotte, a little bit into Sarasota County. We tend to be very heavy on, let's say brick and mortar businesses. We do have some e-com. We don't transact anything. We don't get in between that. There's other groups out there that do that. What we do is we give them representation at a ridiculously low monthly or annual type of subscription thing. Consumers can register free because we have to kind of be the gatekeeper for that. Now, having said all that, we don't get harassed. We're not getting bothered. I owned and operated a business in Lee County for 16 years. I don't know if anybody would remember Amco of Bonita Springs. We shut down operations in 24.
Amco?
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we actually for 15 of our 16 years actually had an endorsement spot running on 92.5 conservative talk radio. No one bothered us, and probably 90+% of my clientele were right-leaning conservatives.
So that's the one over behind where the Publix is. That the one?
So up in the Burnwood Business Park, we were behind St. Matthew's House.
Yep.
Back in there, up close
Yep.
to where Jimmy P's place is and
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so we had a good run for 16 years. Let me tell you, we built that from literally 0 customers to when we closed up 9,200 just folks supporting our
Jeez,
business.
man, that's hustling, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was.
That's
tell
some
you,
hustle.
it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart when you're in the auto repair type business, but we provided a great service. We had a great team. My brother worked with me for 16 years. It was just putting all our faith in God and just hoping that we can just keep the wheels on. And we started in a recession, 2008.
Yeah. That was you.
Oh,
bet.
from
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where the genesis of the American Spirit Marketplace came from, because I started the whole proof of concept thing. I started going to some of our customers. I said, hey, listen, we're going through all this shenanigans. The Democrats are losing their minds. The left's getting kind of with the whole cancel culture and all that stuff. If we created a conservative marketplace local, and I would talk to like local businesses that were customers of ours, I said, would you support that? And they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I talked to quite a few folks. So then we entered into the development part of it and we did it, built a site, everything's super secure. Everything works. It's easy to get on board with us. Yeah.
So how's it work if a business says, man, they're seeing us right now. They're like, oh
Right.
man, I've got to get a hold of them. I want on that. So how do they find you and get into the whole mix of it? Because I'm sure there's plenty of businesses that would like to be on your list. So
Jimbo, we do some really cool stuff, man. So the site, if you go to AmericanSpiritMarketplace.com, you just click on join. You literally would just pick, hey, I'm a business. You'd click on business and join.
gotcha.
But I might encourage you to just hold off on a few days, because every month, the third Tuesday, we do an event upstairs in the Presidential Lounge at the Alamo. We typically have 30 to 50 local businesses there. Quite a few of them decide to just join us there because they're like, I like the vibe. That's not everything that we do. The bulk of everything that we do is an online digital platform. We do a monthly outbound mailer promoting the businesses, where our mailer list is about 76,000 folks, predominantly throughout Collier, Lee, and a little bit Goodway into Charlotte County.
What's your list? 76,000.
76,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have a pretty wide.
Yeah.
Pretty nice
The,
database there. Do you have that flyer, D? We have a flyer for his program for.
Oh, something you have up there.
Yeah.
What did you have? Oh, hey, real quick, I just wanted to say that beautiful lady up there on the screen next to me, that's my wife, Betsy. So, yeah, right
There
there.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, there you go, right there. Yeah, that's Betsy. So she's probably watching right now.
Hello, Betsy.
Yeah,
Hi,
none
Betsy.
Absolutely.
of this is
There we
possible
go.
without her help and support, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
So,
Of
yeah.
Oh,
course.
yeah, that's
I
wonderful.
love my wifey. She's awesome.
We should have brought her with you.
So the
She's working.
She's
As much as
somebody's
we
gotta
do. She's been, I remember when I met her years ago, she's like, so I've been employed by God for a lot of years. She's in her 30th year of full-time ministry service.
wow.
Nice.
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 That flyer back up again for Tuesday, if you would.
So
please.
the Alamo, that upstairs area is pretty cool area to do stuff in. I'm actually working with them to put a little show on
Oh,
Okay.
there. Oh yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah.
all right. Awesome. So
In that shooting range.
I think that's great. I love that.
Okay. All right. So it's a great facility. The Presidential Lounge is upstairs. So when we do our event at 5:30 to about 7:15-ish, they close at 6. So we have to man the door and the elevator and all
Right.
that stuff. But it's easy. We tell everybody, just get there at 5:30, get signed in, get registered. We don't spam or bother people, believe me, but we need you to check in so we know
We have to
who's
know,
there.
right.
We can reach back out
Yeah.
to you. And let me tell you, when you walk in that room, you're not entering a room just like cold. You're walking into a vibing place.
Man,
They're
that's awesome.
expecting you to talk to
Yeah.
each other about what you do
Yeah.
and your passion behind it.
That's great.
That's a good room to be in right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
from
real quick,
There it is.
Jacks.
Blue Jacks.
Yeah, let me talk about Lou Jacks real quick. So these are all great. We're like I said, we're affiliated with just great conservative, right-leaning folks. So Lou Jacks caters in food for us. They're right out back, and there's many times that when we shut down our function now, I'm usually last one to leave, and so is this nice lady, Irene. She's the owner operator of Platinum Pro Assist. She helps a great deal with helping to put all this on and manage it. When we shut down and we go over to LuJack's, we always encourage people to go there after our event. We will usually bring 12 to 15 folks
Right.
easily over there,
Right.
and we just fill up their bar area. And LuJack's loves it.
That's how the
Just consider
magic works.
chatting. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Let's continue the.
continue the conversation. That's how we always say it, Louis.
So you work with Maddie?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maddie. She's awesome.
she's like this tall.
She is.
Wait, she's like
Yeah,
this
she
tall right
is.
now.
And
Hairball,
and
man.
a lot of energy, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but they treat us like
Yeah.
gold. They love us. We love them.
Where at Alamo or
Alamo.
Alamo.
Okay, Alamo,
Yeah.
Maddie. Okay,
Yeah,
nice,
they're awesome people over there.
very nice. All right, there was. You wanted us to go back to that picture because there's another thing.
Oh, what'd you
Atlas,
find? I
I
saw
saw the
some- okay.
Atlas.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So thank you so much for putting that up there.
Yep.
Okay, so as we've talked about, so we have a private digital ecosystem, right, where we just support each other and put each other over and all that stuff in the local marketplace. We've been getting approached consistently over time about, hey, there's a lot of this kind of in-person organized professional networking, and have you ever thought about doing that? And the honest answer is yes. There's two things that we could talk about real quick on that. I did Atlas before in 2018-19. We grew it to about a half a dozen teams with a considerable amount of membership. And we just had to shut everything down because my mom was ill and we moved
Right.
around and things like that. She sent past. So then what we did with the American Spirit Marketplace is we said, hey, why don't we do American Spirit Marketplace in-person business
Yeah,
networks? Oh, sorry. So we decided to do American Spirit Marketplace in-person networking. And I had we were doing a advisory board meeting over at Mission Barbecue. And one of the founders, Bill, had walked in. He goes, hey, I saw your organization name on my guest list. And I kind of looked you up and I like what you're doing. He goes, anywhere you want to use our facility, you're welcome to use our facility. Just run it by the GM because they run it like they own it. And I was like,
Right.
thank you so much. So we initially had a few teams going there, but what we found out, and we had a little bit of pre-show discussion, cancel culture is real, but kind of self-cancel culture is real too. So a lot of folks said, hey, I kind of feel weird about showing up and being part of a right-only conservative branded type of networking thing. And I apologize, guys, if I was a little far away from the mic and you couldn't hear me too well.
They could hear you. It was just
It was faint. Okay, I'm sorry. So what we ended up doing was I kind of rebranded everything. And I said, we're going to do Atlas. We're not going to put the word conservative in front of it. But let me tell you, our membership and what we're attracting, it's right leaning. But what I would say is folks have the opportunity to get involved with us on a professionally facilitated weekly business networking organization. Our first team we've launched not long ago in Naples. It's out of my office complex on Enterprise. It's the London Executive Building.
Mm-hmm.
So we meet upstairs in the main conference room. Once we outgrow the room, sure, we're going to find a facility or we'll get out in front of that. But that gives businesses the opportunity to get in front of each other each week. You get to, unless we already know each other, several folks know each other already. But you have the opportunity to get to know, like, and trust each other. And then the idea is, sure, if you can do business among each other, that's awesome. No better way to get to know how each of us operates. But your job is to market through them. So when you break from the weekly meeting that we do Thursday mornings right now, your job's kind of to actively listen for how you can put over the folks on your team. So if anybody was interested in getting involved with that, the website for that is atlasbusinessnetworking.com, or you could always just message me or text me. My cell's out there and my email addresses are out there. Or you can just go to the site and just say, hey, I just want to show up. But that's Thursday mornings at the London Executive Building. We start at 7:45, end at about 9:15. I'll let folks know, be there at 7:30 in the morning. So we're covering a lot of stuff, but I'm very focused on how we can support each other in the local marketplace. And the way that we have this set up is that it can be replicated pretty much anywhere. So if we have folks in a different market that go, I like that. I want to learn more about your meeting agenda, how you guys do things, because it's all about putting over all our member businesses. And they each have an opportunity to go through who they are, what they do, how we can support them. We have a feature presenter, and we do an awesome business topic. A lot of them say, hey, I show up for the business topic and the relationships, right, and the referrals. But yeah, so our mission is just to help put over local businesses.
Are most of these small businesses, or are they
Yeah.
medium large? Are they corporate businesses?
It's a good mix. I pretty much say they kind of fit within kind of two basic categories. So think of blue collar, white collar. Now we have a lot of blue collar folks. They run their business like they're white collar folks, right? You got to work smart and hard.
Yep.
But think of a lot of folks that are involved in trades. Okay, so it could be the roofer, plumber, HVAC, pest control, anything that touches a home or fixes something, things like that. And then the other category is I commonly refer to think of like something that needs professional certification. So you might have any kind of doctor, lawyer, chiropractor, dentist, business law attorney, folks like that. And then the really cool thing is you start seeing that they form kind of like smaller power groups, not cliquish, but small power groups. But then they also blend together.
Nice.
If you're in
Yeah.
the trades and you need a contract reviewed, you're going to reach out to your business attorney and go, "Hey, man, can you help me out with this?" So that's our goal. Our mission is to expand that. The one thing we've done that's really cool right now is, I can replicate this in any market. So if we have a great, energized team leader type of person that says, "I'd like to stand in front of a group of people, get them together, and we
Right.
can build this out." Yeah,
Yeah.
we can support that.
So-
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because, okay, you've got Alamo, which that's kind of like defined 5:30 to 7:15.
So the Alamo
Okay.
is every third Tuesday.
That's every third Tuesday.
Third
and
Tuesday. So this Tuesday coming up is our date at the Alamo upstairs.
Right, every third Tuesday.
Third
And then what about this Atlas?
So Atlas we do every Thursday morning.
So it's every Thursday
weekly.
morning. Okay.
Every Thursday morning, 7:45 to 9:15ish.
And you stay busy.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
Well, it's a passion, brother. I know you're all over
Yeah.
the place out there too, man. So
Yeah. Yeah.
do what you got to do.
Yeah. It's
And Lois, I don't know how you do it. You got to
Oh,
the Energizer Bunny. And
yeah.
I tell you, she's a clone.
Well,
There's 100 of them.
better close
Lois
it
is.
down.
Yeah.
right?
Oh
That's
man.
awesome.
Dun-dun-dun. Wait, I have it.
Mitch, come on.
Yeah.
Right. We need the sound effects.
but-
Slide that over here. Let me be in charge.
I try to refrain. It's too easy.
Atlas.
Mhm.
Is that a name you came up with? I know it was Atlas Shrug. I got that with a little thingy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's not affiliated with that. It's just your
It's
creativity.
been
coming
used
up
out
with-
there. There's a lot of folks that have used the name Atlas for various things. They might, whatever it
Okay.
is.
Right.
Right?
But the idea behind it, so you bring up Atlas Shrugged. So what happened was the premise of the story was government got so overbearing that they started telling you, hey, you can only have X number of businesses. You can only make so much profit. We want to tell you how to make stuff. You need to run it through a lot of things that Burt was sharing, like all the bureaucracy and all that stuff. It became so restrictive that your primary producers, these industry leaders, were just saying, I'm out. And this mythical character came around, John Galton. He just said, hey, when you're tired of this, when the burden is too great, too shoulder, I got a place where you can be, man, and you can just operate and you'll be appreciated and all that. So what we considered was if you share the burden as a small business owner and you support each other, we share best practices and ideas and things
Right.
like that, then we're kind of stronger, right? Especially if you have kind of like a core set of values of, like-mindedness, things like that. You're like, it's free market capitalism.
Yeah.
Where our
Right.
job is
Yeah.
just to go to market and provide for our families. We're trying to build our own legacy, our own family structure. We're raising our
Oh, yeah.
kids. So
Yep.
that's what we're focused on. So that was kind of the spinoff into Atlas. And I figured I loved the name when I first formed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to reuse it because I think people kind of vibe with it. And we have a little Atlas guy there, right? The little gold.
Yeah, this one I was saying Atlas. I wonder, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden I was looking. I think is there another picture there too, like of your office?
There might be. Yeah, I put some stuff up. We did a post yesterday.
Oh, you
but-
did. Well,
but-
I sent some stuff, but
Yeah, it's just we just
there you go. That was good. Put that one back up.
So yeah, that's like a dream office, right? There's nowhere in Southwest Florida it looks like that.
No, but that's just I just love
But-
the concept for.
But I do have some
Stuff.
other content that I put up there. If somebody went to our Facebook or just went to my page and just looked, they would see I actually took a screenshot of our nice conference room and all that.
Yeah.
But the idea is actually to outgrow that. And our ideal fit, what we had done before was local restaurant. They've got prep staff in. They're not
Mhm.
open for breakfast service, but they have folks in there that can let us in. And they do lunch and dinner, let's say. All we need is a coffee pot, a TV, and an HDMI that I can plug into.
Plug into.
And we are ready to rock, right?
Yeah.
And then we always put over that host location. We'll offer them a complimentary, free membership. Thank you very much. But we put them over I'll give you an example. Let's say, Lois, you and I are having a little meeting out in the market, and we need somewhere to go. I'm going to say, hey, let's run over to our host place. And then when I check out, I'm going to write Atlas was here. And then their staff's going to go to the owner. Hey, Jimbo, these Atlas guys were here. And then they start seeing that because our team, as it grows, is focused on that. You see, man, that's how you got to be. You got to put it all together.
Dude, you hit the nail on the head. And I will tell you, as a serial entrepreneur, it's a lonely world sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and when everybody, and I mean everybody in your life, I wouldn't say all of them doubt, but they have serious reservations about your sanity and what the heck you're doing.
Yeah.
A little bit, you know, places like this and what you're describing, man, with not just sharing knowledge, right? At a networking
Absolutely.
place, I met my freaking patent attorney. You know what I mean? I mean, you
Mhm.
can meet some of the most interesting people, and it's another thing that's needed as you get into it and go into these workshops and stuff that are just workshops. I get it,
Yeah.
but when you can share a true networking and a passion
Yeah.
behind that networking, that's support that is hard to find. And then you're right, you start to find, as they start to morph from those little things, you start to find your like-minded frequency and thought patterns
Yeah.
and getting people like that. But yeah, man. So kudos to you. I mean, this is, and it is. You're right. It's a tough climb to get going. What you got going.
I appreciate
And,
that.
you know,
And they always say, so when you go to market with something, you have to have that thing called a unique value proposition type thing. So one of the biggest pain points that I saw, because in-person weekly networking is not new, that wheel's invented. We just smoothed out a few rough edges, right? One of them was, what's your culture and your leadership responsiveness to when there's like issues that come up?
right.
I have zero tolerance for like folks that don't have good behavior, let's say, out in the marketplace, good behavior, let's say one-to-one meetings, because if you don't address those things, then that kind of spreads, right? And who do you end up potentially losing? Your
Yeah.
good people.
You're
Yeah.
good people because
Because
they're be involved in it.
Yeah, because they're looking at leadership like, hey man, can you do something about this? This is like,
100%.
so we kind of like look at it like we don't overly micromanage. We do have our key things that we touch on, like, hey, we'd love for you to invite folks, help us grow, share referrals, do your weekly, do one-to-one meetings, things like that. But we don't micromanage like, hey Jimbo, how much in this week did you personally account for like shared business? I don't need to hear that. You know what I need to hear? I supported my business friend, Lois. I sent her this referral. Hey, Lois, that worked out okay. Yeah, it worked out awesome. They're going to be a lifetime customer.
Yep.
I don't need to know the dollar amount behind that. I need to know that the relationship was
You
established.
know they're working and contributing
Yeah.
to the overall
Yeah, the team
success.
and
Yeah,
your
the team,
success.
Well,
Because
their success and the overall success of both of them, because that's going to come back. You know what I mean? It's not just a one-way street and a business referral thing. If you're referring good clients, good people to people that are good people, you get that back.
Yeah, and we vet
And-
and we check stuff out and things like that. And let me tell you, this is a lifelong, experience. Good people will typically surround themselves with good people. So like,
Right.
we know each other. If between the two of you, you said, Kevin, I know this business owner, they'd be super interested. I'm going to forward the information. I'm like, that's probably 98% slam dunk, right?
Mhm.
So that's the kind of thing where if you can replicate that, then you're building something solid.
100%.
That's awesome.
It is. And it's hard to replicate. You got to keep that energy going. I
Yeah.
see where it comes from. The nucleus of the atom right here, sitting right there. I can feel your passion about it, man. The way you talk about it, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Especially, it's almost selfless work, man. You're putting people in a situation to better themselves, help themselves, increase their business and stuff like that. So, I mean, man, it's great to hear about what you're doing and
I
all
appreciate
that
that,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, man.
It is hard work. And
It
let me
is.
tell you, it's just so hard because it's all about momentum, and then you eventually may reach some tipping point, and then you can go and get some other folks involved and all that. And I'm fortunate enough that I got other folks involved. They help. I'm out front of it. Don't get me wrong, but it's great to have good wing ladies and wing men.
Yeah, wing people.
Wing people.
Wingers.
Can't do it by yourself, man. As hard as many times as you want to, and as hard as you think you are, and as hard as you drive it, you can't. And
That synergy.
you do.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah.
Do we have his song?
Oh my God.
So what's that about, man? You write
Yeah.
music or
I can pull it up.
Your phone. This was supposed to be his walk-on song, but now it's going to be his walk-off song.
Well, let's see here. Well, how much time do you have left until the
Well, we
gentlemen
have about
that were
one.
coming in?
We will play this
We
for the
got-
walkout song. We have one. We have two more.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this. And guys, if you're on a nice sound system, this is coming through my phone, so it's not going to do it justice. Okay. Now, real quick backstory on this. It was COVID. I wrote this in 2020. Okay. So it was COVID. My wife's best friend, lifelong friend, we're up in Nashville, Tennessee. She passed away. It's COVID. I can't go visit and support my wife, and I didn't need to. Okay, so her best friend's mom and dad and husband are there, and then my wife, Betsy. So I went back to the hotel room, frustrated because of all the craziness going on with COVID.
Right.
Shutdowns, hey, we're going to make it where you can't even fly or ride a train or nothing, right? Okay. So I went back and I write a lot. I wrote a song. Didn't do anything for years, and then the singer in our band said, I think we need to do something with this. So I'm going to play a little bit of it, and you can just motion me when
So
we've
you're
heard
in a
enough.
band.
No. So, okay, let me rephrase that. My brother is a professional bass player. He's probably one of the best in Southeast U.S. His name's Todd Sabitas. My last name is Sabitas, so I'm Kevin Sabitas. So Jason Russo's a singer and all that. So what we're doing right now is we're actually putting together, we're in live rehearsals, putting the song together with professional level top, like 5% musician talent, putting the song together at my buddy Jimmy Beauchamp's school in Bonita Beach on Beach Road called the Florida Institute of Music. All his guys are players or session people.
He has a studio.
He has a studio. So what we're doing is we're going in there and we're getting the rehearsal part to music. What you're going to hear, what a lot of people are doing is they'll structure a song in AI on a platform like Suno, right? So the lyrics, I wrote the lyrics. They are registered with the U.S. Copyright Office, and I've got the song registered with both ASVAB and BMI. Okay, so this is a serious deal. So I'm going to play
All
a
right,
little bit
here
of
we
this,
go.
okay? So we'll pull this up, and let me see if it comes out the bottom of my phone or top.
Pull it back a little bit.
Through troubled times, we've always prevailed. Her enduring spirit has never failed. This land is free, some would say, to live your life day by day. Free to agree, free to disagree, but don't tread on our liberty.
I love it.
The American spirit is alive and well. It has
All right. This is a good time to exit. The American spirit is alive
I
and
love
free.
it.
That is
I love
awesome.
it.
That's wonderful. Get on.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah,
that was awesome.
It's awesome, and I'm so glad we finally got to meet
Nice.
face to face.
Yes, you're awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. What a great
Yeah.
segment. I mean, just
Yeah.
so-
The Fridays just keep giving, Lois.
just keep
I love
giving,
it.
giving.
Yeah.
And I think who just walked in? That was Mighty Dog, right?
Yeah, Brian.
I may have to steal your cookies, Dee. I'm laughing. We were going to give Mighty Dog, but are the boys here for the ritual?
I don't know.
Can you remember if
I
they're
don't
here?
think they are.
No, but I think our Mighty Dog. Wasn't that just
Hey, Brian.
here?
Hello,
Did you
hello.
get your birthday present?
Everybody.
He got his birthday
Get
present.
in there.
Birthday.
How we doing, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, excellent,
I'm
man.
just gonna come say hello real quick here.
Of course.
Yes.
Always great to see you, man.
Hey guys,
Happy belated birthday.
thank you very much. I got my 239 live
Talking to that. Yeah.
shirt here.
Nice.
Morning
Look at that.
show.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
So 30th birthday, is that what I heard?
29th.
29th.
29.
Forever 29. I like it. I like it.
We're counting backwards now.
That's exactly right.
You
Yeah.
guys are doing some great stuff. I watch your shows every week, and it's just
Wow.
it gets better every week.
I think
Thank you
I
so
love 'em.
much.
We have a lot of people lined up. Good. It's just there's so many good things going on in our community.
Yeah,
It's hard for just one show, but we're
it
doing
is.
our best to keep pumping them.
Canoe races tomorrow?
Canoe races tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yes.
We can rest our livers tonight.
I'm cleansing as we speak. I'm
There you
watering,
go.
yeah.
He's watering it down. And,
Tomorrow.
oh, it's going to be
Yes.
very hot.
Mix the vodka with the Gatorade tomorrow.
My man. Sounds like you've been there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Are you going? Are you going to
Yeah.
be?
I will be there. It's actually my
Yeah.
first time going to the
Oh.
canoe races. I'm
Really?
Oh my gosh.
So,
Great
man,
experience.
these go and I will tell you, it used to be absolutely the party and the out in the boats on the bay when it was insane.
Yeah.
And it's mellowed out quite a bit because it was gone and now it's back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, God, these guys.
it's something that has completely separated Naples. I mean, I had friends that I would talk. I was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of the canoe race?" Oh my God, man! I went one year and it was like, so they are a historic part of Naples for sure. So
looking forward to it.
yeah, man.
It's gonna be great. My wife's like, "Well, what are we in for tomorrow?" I said, "Just go with it."
Just go.
Yeah.
Are you going to be
Gotta be
in your own
fluid.
boat, or are you just going to be out
Well,
watching?
I'm not on the boat. So, as an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce,
That's right.
they're gonna be out in full force tomorrow. So we're gonna go help them out a little bit, and I'm gonna
Good.
stop by your booth and
Good. Good.
yeah, and
And stop up on the railing. Aren't they going to be on the bridge?
They are. Yep. I
Yeah.
think, and I guess we're gonna be roving a little bit with a
Right.
microphone as well. So yeah. So if you see me, grab me too. Oh, yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
Be on a boat, so you won't see me much.
Yeah.
That's
So you're gonna
that's
be,
okay.
and then you're going to QA. Now that can be dangerous. We want the PG-13.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll
Yeah.
make sure that I'll film and talk to those people that are.
Yeah.
you waiting tomorrow is gonna be rocking.
It's yes, it does.
It's, there'll be a lot of political signs and so forth out there. It's going to be.
American flags. And
Yes,
There will be.
that
that's the
is-
key.
And there'll be a billion CCSO and Florida Marine Patrol and everybody else
Oh, yeah.
walking around.
You better. Yeah. Watch your P's and Q's on that.
It's a big watch.
Designated drivers for everyone.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to stop in and say hello to
Glad you did. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
keep up with you guys.
Always welcome on the show.
Watch it. My office watches it. I got all my friends, even all my New York cruisers watching.
New York, and thank you, New York.
Shout out to New York
Yeah,
crew.
to the
Yeah,
Long Island team.
the Long Island team. Shout out to you.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Brian. Man, see, that's what I'm talking about. Always the energy.
Yeah.
Always
Oh, he's always.
7-Eleven, same energy.
Yeah.
You know,
That's before the coffee.
Yeah. And thank you, Brian. Yeah, so I can't wait for the canoe races tomorrow. There we go.
There we go. 2 Live Morning Show. Woo,
Boom.
that's really nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh, you got about 7 before they come?
no problem.
Well, then let's see.
When
In that case, go ahead.
when do you have to
Well, I could. That's okay. I can take off. But let me. I just want to do something quickly on Military Appreciation Month and
Let's do
Armed
it.
Forces Day. Do we have anything? Did I put anything up for that? Armed Forces Day. It's May 15th, not May the 5th, because technically on the 16th is Armed Forces Day, and it's still. While Military Appreciation Month has been going on since 1999, Armed Forces Day has been going on since. Bye-bye, honey. Have a great day. Have my outline and my notes here. Did we have that? Armed Forces Day. 2000, let's see, wait a minute. With the rising Cold War tensions spurring new geopolitical strategies, President Harry Truman signed the National Security Act of 1947 to bring the Army, Navy, and the newly formed Air Force under what would be the Department of Defense. Of course, now they've changed it back
Right.
to Department of War. At the time, the Army and Navy were separately commemorating their branches of their respective dates, August 6th and August 27th. Ooh, I thought that was money.
Money, money, money.
Money, money, baby. And the Air Force Day arrived on 1948. That's when the official Air Force. So they wanted to put all this together. So upon
1948.
1948.
Really?
Yeah, because it was the Army Air
Okay,
Force, and then
okay.
it had its own division separated.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So upon taking the post as Secretary of Defense in March of 1949, that's how long this has been going on,
Mhm.
Lewis Johnson pursued the idea of a single day to celebrate the strength of the unified military branches. He studied various reports on feasibility of Armed Forces Day and found that President Truman was very excited about it. So, according to Defense Secretary Johnson, they finally came up with a suitable day because they didn't want to mess with certain days like D-Day and water all that
Right,
down because
right.
they all have their formal meanings.
Mhm.
So it was finally determined that the third Saturday in May was one of the few pleasant weather dates that presented no conflicting to existing traditions that were going
Right,
on. So
right.
that's how it came about. So upon operating under the theme Team for Defense, the occasion saw notable participation around the United States. Power for Peace became a recruiting theme for the celebration of Armed Forces Day and to an annual tradition. Other themes over the years have included, oh, we don't really care, our appreciation of a nation, freedom through unity, and so forth. So while Dwight Eisenhower continued to issue Armed Forces Day proclamations in the footsteps of his predecessors, President John F. Kennedy established the holiday, stating power with his 1961 proclamation that designated the third Saturday of the year, each succeeding year's Armed Forces Day. That was in May. Although although it is a national holiday,
Mhm.
it's not. Federal employees are not granted time off. So I just wanted to say that. And closing words from Lieutenant Colonel Allen West. You know who he is?
I do not.
Lieutenant West. Oh, gotta look him up. We must never forget why we have and why we need our military. Our armed forces exist solely to ensure our nation is safe so that each and every one of us can sleep soundly at night, knowing we have guardians on the gate. And so this has been going on a long time. A lot of people don't really realize
Yeah.
what it's about. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
I just pimp the product.
The product
Let's
is
go.
there, right?
I just
Let's
here,
go.
put your head on.
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
let you guys handle this next
Let's jam.
Yeah.
segment. And
Here we
I think
go.
another group is coming in, but I'm gonna say bye for now because I'm heading to a
Right.
vow
Lois,
for their
Thanks,
armed
Friday.
forces.
another great
Okay.
Friday
Yeah,
with
it was great.
us.
It was good. High five.
High five all around. Yeah.
Let's go.
I had to have my
Yeah.
mouth open.
Lois,
Great day, guys.
Lois is off to do what Lois does. That's what you're doing.
That's
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
doing
So
there we go.
I mean,
Yeah, that's all right. You can stay right there. I can get out.
you sure?
These chairs, when you're short,
Yeah.
yeah.
it always makes it difficult. You guys have a great day, and you're going to enjoy this gentleman coming up here.
There we go.
Taking my T-shirt.
Let's go.
There you
Nice.
go. And you got the goat.
Jimbo.
Colin, how we doing, man?
Good, man. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So races tomorrow, but canoe races tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. You want me to let me slide over here?
It makes no difference, man. If you're
Makes no
comfortable,
difference.
wherever
All
you're
right.
comfortable.
All right. Let's do this. So,
Yep.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. We are in the mix at 239 live, right?
Absolutely.
With Jimbo, the legend. If you missed his country jam,
The legend.
bringing country music and celebrating some of the best female musicians in the world, not just
Yeah, man.
the
Appreciate it.
Southeast, man.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's a legend, been doing it for decades.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just popped in real quick. I have the honor and opportunity to be back part of the team last year that brought back the canoe races. I was the MC and host. I didn't really promote it. I kind of just did it as a favor for friends to help out. It became something bigger than I think a lot of people expected. We had a lot of fun and raised some money to help the conservancy.
Yeah.
And then
Well, you can't say canoe race in Naples and not expect anarchy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
gonna have a response. You're gonna have people that you know, at this point, maybe they say my parents were in the canoe race.
that's cool.
It's been there so long. you know?
Decades.
Yeah. So originally it started. I'm sure you know the history. Originally it started where the dock, restaurant is,
Correct.
and it went right between the cove and the dock there and stuff. And
Yeah.
what was hilarious is that half of the canoes and themed canoes and different stuff, they never made it 200 feet off off of where they started because it was just put together with duct tape and freaking cardboard in a lot of ways. But
Yeah.
So this is a little different. This is more, it's Baker Park, a little more
Baker Park.
organized, a little bigger area
Yep.
to do it with, and you'll be DJing the whole day, or
So I'll be with my co-MC. So this season 2, the comeback of the canoe races. Big shout out to young professionals and Matt and Morgan and their
yeah,
entire
man, good
board
energy there.
that brought it back, and Jack Fife. So it'll be Jack and myself, MC and hosting on the bridge. We have entertainment provided by DJ Banks. We have a DJ this year.
So you're DJing, you're set up on the bridge.
So we have a DJ that we've brought on, DJ Banks, who's going to be on that part of the bridge.
Yep.
And then it's going to be myself and Jack, MC and hosting, calling the race.
Nice.
Think like street interview style,
Right,
going
right.
up and down the bridge,
Right.
connecting with the audience,
Right.
building the vibes, right? MCing, giving appreciation and contribution of the history of the race.
Right.
Also kind of tying in the sponsors. We have some
Yep.
amazing sponsors,
Can't do it without them.
yeah, Conservancy, Chamber
Yeah.
of Commerce.
Yep.
Big shout out to the Wynn family over at Ace Hardware,
Man.
and all
Old
the
school.
Naples car dealers. Like, there's a bunch of amazing sponsors,
Yeah.
local and regional, that are really big supporters of the Conservancy and what the young professionals are doing.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just excited to my heyday way back when I was like 18 to 21. I did a lot of promoting and concerts, Panama City Beach, Spring Break, MTV, did some really cool stuff, had fun with it. And I learned how to speak on camera and
Right.
kind of just enjoy doing the thing. So
Right.
they asked me to come help out.
Yep.
But outside of that, I have a really big announcement. Well, a prelude to the announcement, I should say. I just so I have a business, for the ones that know or the ones that don't know. I have a business, Driven, Naples DRVN, Driven abbreviated, naplesdriven.com. And I've been in the infrastructure space of how do you take human intelligence and artificial intelligence and bring them together with technology in a marketing and sales background. So been on the internet since 2003, MySpace, Facebook, the evolution of Twitter, and kind of learned a few things along the journey. And I just recently signed a national campaign as an instructor and educator with one of the largest non-for-profits for entrepreneurship and small business.
Nice.
So I'm going to be doing a webinar next month. A lot of it's going to be rolling out. People are going to see it. It's going to be out virtually, right, through email, SMS, throughout the Southeast of the United States. But I will come back and maybe we can talk about that. Do some promo.
Yeah, man, we'd be glad to. So definitely come back and talk about that.
Yeah.
So the canoe race, that bridge is a whole different aspect of it. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, if you were in a boat, you were out in a boat and you got to see that vantage point. Otherwise, you were on a dock that they only let so many people on, or somewhere else. You know what I mean? And so that's pretty cool how it's kind of this experience of seeing these people plug through it. How many people do you know? How many people came last year, and
So
what's
my
kind of the expected thing this year? Do you know? Or
Great question. My educated guess, again, I was on the bridge, I would say majority of the time. Then I was back and forth to the main stage for the awards part and what have you. So this year we're bigger team. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna be tracking things just like a race, with the RFID chips. So we're gonna be able to see the racer's name and the canoe number, and like it's like on a whole nother level this year. Big shout out again to Matt, Morgan, Jack, and everybody that put that together. And I believe the gentleman's name is Brian Marler. That's bringing in that tech for that tracking and
Right,
stuff,
right.
which is really cool. We were manually doing it last year.
Yeah.
We're like, wait,
Yeah.
what's that number? What's the
Right,
name?
right.
But we pulled it off. It was a blast.
That's it's got to be more, so Paradise Coast Sports Complex, that
Yeah.
track they have around the lake, and there's like a set trail, right? And it has in the ground these buried sensor things that so you can qualify for a marathon. It's a qualifying track because it's been measured off. It has all the different things, and you can come in with that bracelet.
Yeah.
And when they run and you pass that transition point, it times you, and you know exactly who it is. You know exactly what time it is down to the millisecond.
That's
How do you do that on water?
Yeah, so I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't know the exact specs, I think they're doing something similar to that. I don't know if it's a
Where they
dip
hit a
on the
point
boat.
where they go through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so the gentleman's bringing in like a computer and the tech, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so every boat, maybe the person on is going to have a bracelet or a bib or something connected to the
Right.
the vessel.
Yeah,
But I know, yeah, it's going to be great because then we're going to be able to actually be able to call not just the race and the sponsors and the run a show, but actually communicate and know who's in what boat, and then it'll just be a little bit more interactive for the
yeah,
audience. So
absolutely.
yeah.
So where do we have any like a map of what the canoe trail is, the race? No. So do you know where's it? It starts at Baker's Park, right?
Yeah, so it starts at Baker's. If you go to, there is a map. If you go to the website for Naples Canoe Races, I know there's a map on there that'll give you
Gotcha.
a layout, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I think to answer your question, last year, I want to say it was 1,700 people. If
Yeah.
I had to like
Right.
spitball, I
Right.
know the bridge was packed, and
Yeah.
you can only put so many people on that bridge
Right.
at Baker's.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? 400 or 500 people just on the bridge.
Yeah.
Then you have everybody walking around, the families, people bringing their dogs, their animals. So this year it's really cool. They actually added a dog sitting service. Right? Pretty, I
Naples.
saw that. Pretty epic, right? And I think it's like as low as like $5 to $15. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to bring your dog and you're in the race, or you want to bring your dog and you want to go enjoy yourself and enjoy the festivities, and you don't want to have your puppy or your dog with you the
Man.
entire time, for $5 or $10, they'll babysit them. Pretty cool. So big shout
That
out to
is pretty
everybody
cool.
that's making
Yeah.
this year even bigger and better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be 3,000 people, maybe more. I know there's a ton of support from the local fire department, the police department.
Right.
There's a ton of security.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
they're really,
Well, the first one's always the hardest one,
yeah,
right? And then as you get going, because everybody's talking about it,
Yeah.
hey, the canoe race is back. And gosh, I know my kids have heard many stories from back in the day, and
good old days.
the the good old days, as an old person in Naples would say. But yeah, it is. But so it breaks down different categories, and so it's like the professional. They still do it that way.
Yeah,
Do they
it's like
have
it's like the
theme?
fun. There's like a fun, like anything goes kind of costumes.
Is there a theme to it this year that people make
That's
the
a good
canoes
question.
to the?
I haven't been on top of it as much as I probably should have, but
Yeah,
I know there's like one where it's themes. I know it's just kind of like fun. There's the amateur level, then there's like the amateur pro level,
pro
there's the
level.
professional.
Yeah,
They have the big one that's all the veterans, the firefighters, police officers. So they have one for members of service, and
just first responders. That's
yeah,
them.
first
They launch
responders.
it
Yeah.
yeah,
Super cool. So
that is
yeah,
cool.
there's like a handful of flights. If you go to the website for Naples Canoe Races, it'll show you there. I think there's a few spots left in certain flights. I
Wow.
think most of them are filled up, if I'm not
Wow.
mistaken. So I know it's really got a lot of traction, especially the last couple weeks. It's been building, 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 building. So I think it's another one of those things. Like, big shout out to Hot Dog Safari. I went to that the other week, and they did a collaboration at the mini bar where the official after party is going to be. So after the canoe races at the district,
Yeah,
at the mini bar is where the after party is going
right
to be.
across the street.
Right across the street. You can
Yeah,
literally walk from Baker's Park,
staggering distance.
staggering distance.
Yep.
And so the collaboration between DJ Banks, myself, and Jack that are hosting it, DJ Banks on the bridge DJing. He'll actually also be DJing the after party over
Nice.
at the mini bar in the district.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun. So if you're looking to come out and either enjoy the latter part of the canoe races or the evening afterwards, definitely come to the district and mini bar.
Yeah. What time does it start? Do you know?
So it's going to start, I believe it's at 9 to 5 or tomorrow. I believe everything kicks off around 10:30. And then, pretty much goes to the latter part. It's going to be a bunch of bands, bunch of music, bunch of good food,
Yeah.
local vendors and sponsors.
yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah, I gotta say, as a local dude that's into the music scene pretty heavy, great lineup tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just
Maddie
never,
Dolly, a bunch of legends. Yeah.
man, dude. I mean, from Maddie all the way through, it's just I think Sprouts is the
Yeah.
closing
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You got Moonstone Riders in there, and I'm gonna debauch her. Who else was in there?
That's a good question.
Darn it, I shouldn't have started it because I can't
Yeah.
name them all.
That's
But
a
it's
good question.
yeah. Oh, Bryce's band. Yeah. So, Statement Blues or the blues?
Like I
Yeah.
said, I feel bad. I don't have all the
Bryce,
parameters.
I apologize, brother.
I just know I'm
Yeah.
bringing the vibes.
Statement Blues.
I'm putting on a cool outfit.
Yeah.
Bringing the
So what
I'm
outfit
bringing
are you
the good.
bringing, man?
I'm
What are you
bringing my
doing?
music festival outfit. I'm bringing the good vibes. I'm putting on a jersey and
Hell
shorts,
yeah.
some funky sneakers, my
Yep.
sunglasses, and I'll
Yep.
be on the bridge.
That's what it's all about. I'll be around there, all over there. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it tomorrow, man. Again, number 2, right? So number 2,
Yeah.
if you've never been to the dock canoe race, is it the dock canoe race?
So
Now it's
great
just the
question.
canoe race,
So
right?
it's Naples Canoe Race, brought to you by Young Professionals
Yeah.
in collaboration with the Conservancy to give back to an amazing organization
Yeah.
here in Southwest Florida and Naples. And it's just we're coming together to Naples Canoe Race at
Yeah,
Baker's Park.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Baker's Park, if you've never been there, that's a great facility. But this is for a good cause.
Yeah, great cause.
And it's going to be a great time. If you've
Yeah.
never been, you got to go experience it once.
Yeah.
But thank you for stepping in, brother.
Absolutely.
I
It's a
appreciate it,
pleasure.
man.
Appreciate you
Always
guys
a
being here.
pleasure. Yeah,
I'll
and
see
I'll
y'all
see
soon.
you tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Yep.
Cheers, everybody.
All right. So there you go, guys. Naples, if you've never been to the dock, or I will say it again, but the canoe race, you've never been, you got to go because it is debauchery. There we go.
What's up, dude?
Mr. Berman, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
brother.
Come on in, sit down.
Fix you? Good.
Yeah, man.
All right, let me get on there with my boot. See.
Yeah. So I see that. So last time we were here, you talked about the possible surgery, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't have it yet.
You didn't have it yet.
I didn't have it yet. So I got the surgery.
How you doing with it?
It's good. I get the boot. Technically, it's supposed to be off today, but I'm supposed to transition like
Yeah.
fully into.
Yeah.
But they found out what it was. It wasn't a broken toe. It was gout. Loads of gout in my foot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got a history of that in your family, or
No history.
no?
And I guess you can get it from that. It's from eating too much red meat.
No, shit, really?
Yeah, or you can get it from like drinking and eating sugar. I don't really drink a lot.
Yeah.
Like here and there.
Yeah.
Not like I'm not a big drinker. I don't
Right.
eat a lot of sugar,
Yeah.
and no one has it in the family. So I
Yeah.
told the doctor, so you're telling me I got like this crazy stuff in my feet
Red
from eating
meat.
too much red meat?
Yeah.
And I've been eating steak like every day since I've
Yeah.
been like 3 months old.
Yeah.
So when I found out,
Right. Protein.
can't eat-
shots.
I'm like, man, this is crazy.
So you
So-
can't eat it anymore. You have to slowly.
So well, it's
one steak here. A
No,
couple of weeks go by.
no, I can't until my gout levels get down.
Yeah.
It's all in your uric acid.
Gotcha.
It builds up, and I
Gotcha.
think regular levels are like between like 2 and 5%. And
Yeah.
super healthy is
Yeah,
is below like 2.5, where you
Yeah.
want to be. Mine's at like 8.2.
Man, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Have you looked at like holistic stuff or things you can look at and do that would be different other than the
yeah.
traditional medicine they're doing and whack jobs and
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm supposed to be taking this medicine called allopurinol, but it like felt like my skin was like burning,
wow.
so I stopped taking it.
Yeah.
And they do like there's another thing that's like a transfusion. It's called like Crexa or something. You
Okay.
get a transfusion every 2 weeks for
Wow.
2 hours
Oh, wow.
a day, and after 6 months, it completely goes away. And
Man.
then the allopurinol one, you have to take. You go up to 6 pills, one
Yeah.
pill for a month, and then it goes to 2, and then it goes 3, and then you like weave yourself back down
Man.
to 1. But you have to take that for the rest of your life. But
Oh,
I've talked to
gotcha.
like people because I go to a lot of Italians I think have it because they eat and stay
Right,
and
right.
drinking wine.
right.
And I go to that Mercato
Mm.
Italiano place, and I've kind of like after I found out what it was, I was like asking people around, and like a lot of people have had it, and they took on the allopurinol for like 6 months, and then they stopped taking it, and it says
Yeah.
it goes away. I
Goes
was like,
away.
okay, so I have a
So you got to put up with it for 6 months.
yeah. So, but
Yeah.
it's all good because I kind of know what it is now. I
Yeah.
broken toe.
That's what you were saying. I know.
So basically the gout like ate my toe bone. It like turned into a gout bone. Basically,
That is wild.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So it's all good. It's all
Have
fixed up.
had the doctor seen something like that before, or are you like one of those rare cases?
That young, it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Sounds like it.
wow.
Yeah.
So I had a tovus of gout when they opened up my foot, basically like a like a rock.
Yeah.
Big that was like all crystalled.
Yep.
And she's like, the only way you can have that is if you had gout for 10 plus years untreated.
Damn.
I was like, what? I was like,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Because I did hurt my toe in high school. I like
Mhm.
fractured it,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking I just keep refracturing it, and it
Mhm.
finally broke.
That's what I remember we were talking about
That's what
that.
I was. So I'm starting
Yeah,
to spitball.
yeah.
We're trying to guess. I guess what that's
Yeah.
what they told me what
Right,
happened.
right.
You know, and she said that could have like really caused the gout to get in there with all the bone spurs and stuff that happened.
Yeah.
You never really healed
Right,
completely because I was
right.
playing football all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, I had to get back out there for the troops
100%.
in high
You
school. It was
just kept
spring football.
re-injuring it,
Yep.
re-injuring it, and never giving it. Wow.
Pretty much, yeah. So that's
Well, I'm glad you found out the cause.
Yeah.
You're back to healing now and all that. But the reason why you're here is last time you guys were here, you talked about sun rituals and what you had going on. And dude, it's becoming this thing, right? I mean, it's awesome. Actually, my son and a couple of his friends went to one of them.
Oh, did they go?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And, he called me right away. He goes like, "Dad, you won't believe." I'm like, "Oh, yes, I will believe it." Yeah. So, I think we may be going this Sunday.
Yeah, you're coming.
So yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be good. We get the most you
yeah,
get.
yeah.
Oh,
Man, let's go. Let's go.
you should have told me he was coming.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
That's
didn't.
okay.
I didn't know.
You didn't know. He said he just
No,
popped in.
right. He just did it.
Yeah.
But that's part of that young energy you're tapping into, brother, and that's a good energy to tap into.
Absolutely.
And man, they know how to have a good time. But respectfully, they're all good, kind of good people too. You know, it's not debauchery. You know,
Yeah.
when you hear about this, oh, they got a DJ, they got this. This is far from it, man. This is rooted in healing as well as all these things. Talk a little bit about it, man. Tell us a little bit about what it is because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks, Jimbo.
Yeah, man.
It's fun. It's a good event, and it's kind of something for everybody.
Right.
You know, so
There we go.
it starts off with the wellness, and we have some sort of exercise that we do. We usually rotate. We've had in the past, we've had Pilates, we've had yoga, we've had breath work, we've had like small hit workouts. So different coaches come in from like different studios and
Right.
they teach the class.
Right.
This week we have Pilates. So it starts at Pilates at 11:15. Okay, and then there's vendors all around. So there's recovery and relax stations.
Man, see, that's right there.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
completely off. You're doing your own thing, man.
super cool.
You're in your own lane.
Yeah, it's
So I love it. So keep going.
super cool. So
Yeah.
So they have a bunch of different stuff that comes with the wellness ticket. It comes with the workout, with the relax and recovery stations. Then there's like a vendor shopping village to have girls making jewelry.
Okay.
You have girls selling their clothing, gym clothing, bathing suits. So you have to pay for that stuff. if you
Yeah,
wanna do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then there's facials and whatnot. We usually have like a coffee and matcha stand, and it's hosted by Teresa, the Naples Coffee Club.
Gotcha.
It's kind of the wellness takeover. She does her thing and
Wow.
has her, that's
So her tribe.
yeah.
is
We,
there
we
as
both
well.
promote it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Teresa, that's Teresa. Teresa basically is the host.
Right.
She is. She's the wellness host. That's her side in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
she does her thing. She does a great job. And yeah, we have a DJ playing on the stage in the background.
Yeah.
Music's a little bit lower when the coach is teaching, so you can, on the microphone, everyone's
Right.
laid out with the yoga mats.
But you still got that.
Still got the energy. We still try to
That's
keep it on
right.
brand.
Yeah,
What we're
yeah.
doing later in the day.
Right.
We try to keep it. We're doing Afro house, so it's kind of like
Oh,
it-
hell
it's,
yeah.
yeah. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
tribal like
Yeah.
infused drums.
Absolutely.
You got different top 40. You get some Michael
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah,
vocals with
yeah.
the back, so it kind of fuses with any kind of
Yeah.
genre of life. You would say like
Yeah.
different age group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we have that, and then she usually has the coffee and matcha stand out there. She's got microneedling, face massages, cupping, chiropractic stuff. They're doing assisted stretching.
Yeah.
They do the Brazilian massage. It's great.
So this
great.
all comes with a ticket.
Yeah. So there's two different tickets. So the first one is the wellness ticket.
Okay.
So you can access all that, and that starts at 11:15. The
11:15.
wellness coach usually ends up done teaching around like 12 o'clock.
Man.
And then they're kind of hang out and they mingle around. They go to all the
Right.
stations when they're done
Right.
with the workout. And then that ticket gives you access for the rest of the day. You can go
Okay.
home, change, and come back with the same wristband and
Beautiful.
participate in the brunch and the
Beautiful.
dance is what we
Beautiful.
call it. So and then the brunch starts at 12. So a lot of those, probably like half the people stay and they'll start eating brunch food, hanging
Gotcha.
out around the bar. You
Gotcha.
have a mimosa or two.
Right.
Sometimes you had your workout down, so you
Yeah.
just a little bit. So exactly. So
Uh,
they start hanging out, and then the brunch starts at 12. So it
Gotcha.
kind of mixes. So we have early tables that come in around 12:30, but usually 12:45 is when
yeah.
it starts
getting
to
that
starts to
pickup.
kick up a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit. Brunch tables come in, and then we're pretty mellow with the music, and it's super chill. Everyone's eating till about 2, and then about 2 o'clock we start to
Yeah,
we start
because
to
the
pick it up.
champagne has already flowed.
Champagne's going.
That's right.
So-
We're on to another case, and then the music goes up another
Exactly.
decibel.
Exactly. You know how
Yeah,
so you keep
yeah.
the energy up. It's good food by the Maddox.
Yeah.
Jeff Darren does an amazing job and their staff.
Yeah,
And a lot of good stuff.
yeah.
Breakfast, classic breakfast plate.
So, is each one of these at the Maddox? Do you have any plan to branch out and to go head north a little bit?
So our goal is to, yes. I think we want to keep doing. It's our first season doing it, and we're going into the summer
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So we're gonna keep going once a month. We've
Yeah.
only done them at the Maddox.
Yeah.
It's a great venue, great staff
Well, and
to
you're
work
getting
with. And
dialed in
also
there, man.
getting dialed in. We're figuring out the kinks.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
learning from our mistakes each
Right,
month.
right.
And it's the you have
Good
that
for
they
you.
have the outside area and the
Yeah.
inside area. So
Yeah.
we kind of do the workouts outside and they funnel to
Yeah.
the inside. And they do a good job over there. So we like working with them.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
unique venue.
It's unique. It's
It,
cool.
it
It's
is. It's
really-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But I love what you said. Dial in, learn from our mistakes and stuff like that. Man, that's so important, and that is going to allow you to just grow upon the success of it. But then you are going to be able to scale it. You know what I mean? When you get
100%.
to a point, and yeah, I know we talked about it last time. This is kind of my little bit of a area too, man. I would love to talk, and maybe we'll talk a little more Sunday about it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
off the microphone.
yeah.
But because it all has ears.
That's right.
But there's things. I think there's some networking to do. But the event itself. So, what's the demographic that does show up?
Like the
What-
age
yeah,
groups.
is it all? Is it Naples all across the board? One.
It's 21. It's 21 and up.
Okay.
It's 21 and up. The age group is probably like, I don't know how old your son.
26 now.
Yeah, so it's about I'm about to say
Yeah.
it's about 25 to 60. That's probably our range.
Okay.
About
So
25 to 60.
I have not aged out yet, although I'm right
About
at the
25.
tipping point.
My dad comes.
Yes,
my
beautiful.
family. Yeah,
Beautiful.
so it's good.
Of course they do, man.
Members come from
Yeah.
the club at the Maddox.
Yeah.
So you got all ages. I would say like the main age group. I would say it's probably like 28 to maybe even 55.
Yeah.
I'd probably like the age. It's a big
Dude,
variety.
But that's a great. That means you're hitting all cylinders in Naples. You know what I mean? When you just have the under 18 crowd, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, no.
You're in
I
trouble.
mean, it's great. They're great, but
It's great,
You know,
but you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
yeah,
But,
no.
you're doing the right thing, man, and it tells you the level of quality of the event you're doing, right? And I know your history, and so I know you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? But it's the quality of the event, and it's something that Naples expects, right, when they come into it. But how have you? It seems like it's being the reception, because this is different, man. There's parts of what you do that are going on, but it's a part.
Mhm.
It's you have this wellness thing, and they come and they do a yoga session, and that's it.
Yep.
But you have this whole morphing day thing. How did you come up with this? Was this just a thought on a boat one day, or
Oh
did
man,
you? Yeah,
it was how I came up with it. I want the full story from the beginning.
yeah. Tell me
the
however you
whole
want to tell
thing?
me about it, man.
Okay, so Mossie's
Yeah,
Mossie, that my partner that I do it with.
yeah.
I had a back surgery like 10 months ago, and he came and visited me in the hospital. I didn't even know he was coming. He just popped in, and it was like the first time I was actually standing up to walk after the surgery, like
Wow.
the second day. And I was like, oh, we got to do, because we always been in the business, but
Yeah.
we've had our different places, so we couldn't really work together.
Right.
We always wanted to. It was like, oh, we got to do an event. We got to do a party together. We got to do something cool. Let's get together and do something. And he's like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Then about a couple weeks later, we went out and had a drink. Went out to Mercado and we sat there. It was like a Thursday night, and we're trying to come up with an idea to do. It was before season. I think it was like September. And he's like, why don't we do a brunch? I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's a good idea. He goes, well, we got to move fast. Everyone's trying to do brunch. I'm like, okay. And
Everybody was trying to do brunch.
he's like, why don't we do like sound healing before the brunch starts? And I'm like, well, I mean, all right. And then I started researching, and then I saw Teresa's page, Naples Coffee Club.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Mm.
why don't we call her and see if we could just do yoga and Pilates.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
start, we do sound healing, we do it
Yeah.
all. At first we were going crazy. This room's for sound healing. We were trying to do it all, and then
Because
we're like,
you want to do
we're
it.
trying to figure it out. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
rotating.
Yeah.
So basically that's what happened. I was like, let's just do a workout. She's doing these health and wellness
Right,
workouts.
right.
And we know how to do like the food kind of
Yeah,
dancing
yeah.
party stuff, and
Definitely.
let's just combine it together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do like brunch parties,
Yep.
and a lot of people that do the health and wellness.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone's like really
That's what
done
I was
a
telling you, man. It's not.
still, I don't think so. Like, and you
Yeah.
see all these big cities, people doing them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it kind of like is an all day experience. So we did the first one, and it was a hit. You know, it was
Yeah,
great. A lot of
yeah,
people showed up,
yeah.
and then originally we had the idea of bringing different studios in, and Teresa was like once a month. We were doing it every week.
Yeah.
But it was we were worn down doing it
Yeah,
every week, and
yeah.
us trying to handle the wellness. We're new to that. We're workout people, but
Yeah.
putting something like
There's a
so. I
difference
was like,
between
yeah,
the wellness.
it's a whole nother. I was like,
Whole
let's just
other thing.
Teresa do
Yeah,
Teresa's
yeah,
great, you know. So the coffee club just is like the wellness takeover.
Absolutely.
They just do that, you know.
Yeah.
She just works with us. We work together.
Man, you're on the cusp of such cutting edge stuff, and what's and I think we talked a little bit about it last time you were here, but to see Naples accept, you know how it's hard here, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you come in with a new idea, they go, wait, no, wait,
Mhm.
and it's like you keep trying,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? And to see that reception that you have for such a unique concept, man, because so dialing it in, so it's only going to get tighter. You're getting kind of where you want to do it. Will that mean you'll pick up the frequency or keep it once a month or?
I think right now we. Ciao,
Speaking
Bello.
of the band,
Ciao, Bello.
how we doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I think right now we're comfortable doing once a month.
Yeah.
I think once we really dial it in and we create we have a good following right now that people
Yeah.
are coming and enjoying. But once it's really big,
Yeah, man.
I think we'll start going to different cities.
Yeah.
We'll start maybe doing looking to do like one big one, like maybe
Yeah.
once a quarter
Yeah.
in Naples. You
Yeah.
know, like a big one that
Dude,
maybe
I
it's an
could see
outside
you-
with tents, like a really cool
I
one.
can see you going different venues.
Yeah, different
Yeah.
venues. Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
do it this one, because
Yep.
they'll all be unique, right? When
Right.
you go into it, because they'll have to be able to take care of what your deal is. But yeah, it's thanks for coming, man. Stepping in the other half of the energy you're seeing. But
He's the best.
yeah, but I don't know if you've been listening or not, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
was following you.
yeah,
It's crazy because I want to be, if it's possible, I want to invite when you guys are gonna talk about the season in Naples. It's crazy out there. Traffic is still crazy, so I
Yeah.
just arrive a little later. But
yeah. It's Naples used to be a seasonal town,
yeah,
and I say used to be because it's not any longer.
it's not
That's
anymore.
crazy.
It's not anymore.
When you have 12 high schools in a city, it's not seasonal.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's the other-
Those are filled with
That's it.
kids that keep building more. The houses are going up. The traffic is still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite as bad,
No.
but it is still here. But I think the thing that turns me on, man, is new conceptual stuff and what you're doing and how you're bringing it to the market and the demographic you're reaching. And I'll tell you, man, if you follow kind of trends, liquor sales are going like this.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Yeah. That's what I'm
I
saying,
mean,
man.
it's a boom.
Expensive, dude.
And it's expensive,
And
but this is what people are turning to as an alternative.
yeah.
And if you look at it, I mean, not in all areas, but nightclubs are kind of dying,
Yeah, no, sure,
and,
yeah.
and you don't see people dancing. You don't see the release of things, EDM, like ultra, those things are different, right? It's kind of specific, but as just a whole, and I think you guys are what is going to replace that kind of community thing that people go do because they get a little bit of it all with you.
No, there's also a fact that if you see around right now, there is a lot of places that are organizing partying during the morning. Coffee parties and
Right.
stuff like that.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
those
That's
are
pretty cool.
things that they're coming up, and a lot of people are following those new trends.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's actually something that is quite new, something different from the people. And actually, how we were telling, it's doing parties during the day is something that related to wellness, to things like that. Is something that it can be a healthy way to have fun in a certain way
Yeah.
that it can be nice.
Are you familiar with what blue zones are?
Blue zones.
Blue zones.
What's that?
So one of the reasons why perfect area. So blue zones, I'm going to butcher it, but there was a gentleman who did National Geographic work and he traveled and did a lot of stuff. He also began biking around the world. He would go to places and maybe it was the middle of nowhere, but there was no depression, no heart disease, little cancer, if no cancer. There were all these things, and people were living to be 100 years old, and they had a quality of life. They were still active. They were still doing their passion, be it farming, fishing, whatever it was. And so eventually he just said, what is going on here, man? Why, where there's no doctors or clinics or anything, and they got to come for 2 days to give them, medical care. How are these people so healthy? And it boiled down to several things they were doing, what they were eating, the quality of life they were living, staying active, all these certain things. And so he called them the Blue Zones.
Oh, wow.
And the first one I think was in California, but the next one was here. And NCH has been involved with it. Yeah.
Really?
And NCH has been involved with it. Look it up, the Blue
Wow,
Zones.
that's pretty cool.
NCH has to get involved with it. But over the course of several years now, it's been here. I can remember going to one of their first meetings when they first came into the area and they were developing this concept. And, they wanted restaurants to participate, where you'd look at a menu and see a part of a Blue Zone menu, little on their menu, where these are the things that, whatever that diet would consist of. These are the things that are our Blue Zone part to do this. And I know it's still here, and I've supported them in different events I've done and everything. Connect with them, because I know they would be great supporters of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think you align very well with what their mission statement is. And it's just all about what you're doing.
Right.
Really, it's all about life. There's a Japanese custom, a morai or whatever they call it, where all of a sudden people just meet at this area, and maybe it's sunrise, and they don't even know each other, but they're doing some kind of thing going on, and that's kind of the concept behind it. But look up the Blue Zones and stuff, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Align with those guys, because I think with that you can go nuclear. I think because they have
Blue Zone.
Blue Zones. They have a good reach.
I'm gonna
They
write it
do-
down.
Write it down, man, and it's you need to look at it. But it's so
Forget it.
the people they're familiar with this. They get into that. They see the list. They're eating healthier. Maybe they're at companies that are participating in it, and then here come you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's something. Yeah.
And you have the whole wellness attached to the whole thing with it, which is unique as hell. And I know you guys are going to dial it in and get ready, because the copycats are coming.
Yeah.
They're going to come, man.
It's tough. It's tough to do. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta try it.
I tell people all the time, man, doing events, any event is hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, and at some point it's like herding cats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then build that up with your passion, your energy, and try to put that on everybody else to do the same and feel the same way.
Transmit whatever.
Yeah, it's tireless work, man.
Yeah.
So he was telling me a little bit about how you guys started this thing. What a crazy story. Just let's do it. And the best ideas come up with, like, let's just go do some cool shit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that.
And just not giving us a care about what somebody says about it or how they feel about it, and try to figure out the best way to do it,
Exactly.
And so you guys have known each other how long?
Yeah, quite a bit now.
While now, right?
Years. For sure.
Years.
It's like 7.
Probably almost 10. Yeah.
7 to 10.
2018, something like
Yeah.
that. Benji?
Yeah. Yeah.
2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
2019.
We've been always trying to do something together.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Having fun and create something for the community, for Naples, for have fun. For our actually, we create something where we are the first one having fun on that. So I want to be the first customer.
Yeah.
Of what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's
So that's based on when you start something like we did it before, and when he did it, and when what he did in his place and what I did on the place that I used to own,
Yeah.
it was the same thing.
Yeah.
I want to be the first customer. I want to be the first one that enjoying the party. And that's what we were doing.
Yeah,
That's what we matched together for this. I believe it. This was one of the first things that clicked together to create something different. Together and make something that, of course, first for us and then also for the others.
Yeah.
And for
Well, it's
everybody.
got to be, if it comes from you, it's for you. It sounds selfish.
no, for sure.
But doing, you understand what I'm saying, right? Doing these concerts like you had the country. I mean, you had all these 5 national tours. There's a point, and I hope you guys do the same thing, right? Where you just stop for a moment and just step back for a second and just observe and look and just take that moment for yourself. You know what I mean?
100%.
And then get right back into it. But you gotta, I always encourage, if you're doing this, you got to take a moment to really
to appreciate,
appreciate.
and that's what it makes you do even more.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It does.
It's actually like
It is.
it's how it is.
It
That's how
becomes
is.
an addiction, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You start thinking
Great
about
addiction.
it.
I love this addiction.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, man.
It's what you're community driven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because making one is always give you more ideas to make the next one. You know, it's when you start something that it goes well, even if it doesn't go well, you know, nothing always started in the right way. So, you know, just don't give up and straight continue to do whatever you like to do, whatever you think is the concept to continue to do in a way to, you know, to reach wherever you want to arrive to do it. And that's all. That's how we started. That's how we believe in that. Of course, at the beginning, it wasn't the best thing. We have to correct few things, you know, talking with few people, then change with the other situation. It was, you know, ideally better for what kind of party we were doing, but you know, and we're still not there, you know, we're still doing mistakes, we still do things that we should have done better in the other way, but that's how it is.
Yeah,
that's how we gotta, you know.
Yeah, for sure. No, you hit another money.
well, and the mindset is I always say redirect, you know, rejection is just my redirection.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean rejection. It's taking me to where I'm going to
that's
end
good.
up being, you know what I mean? And it does, man. If you believe in that and your energy is right, you're going to start bringing the right energy to you to make it happen. I'm getting a little, you know, crazy on it, but it works.
Yeah.
It's the whole energy thing. You guys are into that because you're doing it. But so I think we about covered everything on it, man. Is there anything you guys want to talk about Sunday coming
It's
up?
Sunday. It's coming up.
It is. Let's put
yeah.
that up, G.
This Sunday's coming up. It's going to be a big one.
Yep.
Party of
So
the year.
this is number what for you guys?
Is it 8 or 9? 8? I don't know.
Wow.
Or 9.
There it
I
is.
wasn't ready for
I think
this.
it's the ninth one.
Wow.
Yeah.
9th, I think. It's the 9th one we've done. So,
yeah, we had a party.
3. I was ready for that.
There it is. Getting ready for Sunday.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm hit. I'm kidding.
I'm going to get the broom.
So,
yeah.
what kind of DJs? What do we got? Oh, wow.
We got
Nice
a lot of celebrations. We got a big party with of course international DJs. That what we keep doing it. We actually first things to mention is gonna be the birthday of this guy right here.
That's it, man.
Actually, so we're gonna we have a big celebration.
31.
that's right.
I can't remember 31.
31, feel 21. Let's go. Except for my foot.
but now it's going to be the new.
It's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah. So that's gonna be the first celebration. We're gonna also have Cassandra, another good friend of ours, is gonna play together with Jake for the wellness time, and then we're gonna go over to the 4 to 6 p.m. Frame time where Gianni Petrarca and Rodrigo Vieira, two good friends and also two great DJ from Miami, from Brazil, they're gonna perform. They're gonna play good music. And then 6 o'clock is gonna stop the party, but it's gonna stop in one venue. It's gonna continue in another.
Do an after party this time.
Yeah. So where are we doing the after party?
At Waxon's.
Oh,
6:30 to 10:30. So we're all going to play over there. So
really?
Like, let's go, keep party going.
Yeah.
It's a long day.
We gotta find. This is what we were talking about. You know, listening the people that tell us, what should we do now? What should we do? So we say, okay, wait a second, let's do. So we came up and say, you know, let's do something else where the people can continue to have fun, because you know, if 6 o'clock is still pretty good, sun is still up.
Yeah,
you know, during the day, a lot of people still want to continue to have fun, you know, and eat, because they're gonna still serving food, and you know, and so people are gonna be able to still enjoying the music from Jake, from the birthday celebration is gonna still going on.
That's gonna be a good party.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I wanna have the same. I wanna do this. I wanna celebrate like that. I wanna do that. I love it. I love it. No, yeah, we're gonna continue with Jake that is gonna play at the waxing, and then we're gonna have also the guys that are gonna play from 8 to 10.
Nice.
So
the waxing in Mercado.
Yeah.
Mercado.
So have you done anything there before with them, or first
time?
Wow.
Actually, our first event on Mercato.
Yeah.
So after party, great place to have an after party. You're just
Exactly.
stepping into a side step of the same thing.
Plus, the venue is beautiful, same
yeah,
as the Maddox. You know, we are happy because we're choosing. That's a big help for our party. Of course,
100%.
that's one of the find
Yeah.
great venues, beautiful venues like both of Maddox, of course, and also Waxing now.
Yeah.
We are very excited to try
Yeah.
new places, beautiful, with a lot of beautiful people. We're gonna have a lot of friends there coming up and help us with the party. So it's gonna be a nice day.
Yeah.
I can't
Man.
wait. I can't wait.
That's gonna be back to back
Yeah.
for Jimbo doing
hey.
canoe races tomorrow. Then
Oh,
yeah.
you're racing?
No,
No?
No.
I've done that.
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember I've been here for a while.
Yeah,
I've been in the sinking canoe. I've been in all the
Yeah, you said
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
My
we saw
parents, I think my
something.
parents won like 5 years in a row or something.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Your or your
My dad.
dad's brother, or
Oh, it was my dad.
that
and
was your
mom.
dad?
Dad
Oh,
and mom. I think they won like
Okay.
5 years in a row, did they? For like
Yeah.
7 years. I was gonna bring a picture and show you guys.
Oh, you should have.
But I can probably find it in my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It's probably took me a while.
Yeah.
But I'll send it to you guys. Maybe.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if I
Sure.
can find it. Let's see. Yeah,
'Cause
no,
that's
but
his old school,
they were
yes.
jacked. Yeah, but
Yeah,
they had the noodles canoe. I think they won like 6.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
The first year they lost, they were like, we're done.
We're done. That's it.
First,
We're
first
tarnishing.
yeah.
We're tarnishing our legacy.
But it's great they're bringing it back. I mean, I
Yeah.
used to go because it's always on my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So we used to take the boat out Key
Yeah.
Wade.
Oh,
I
dude.
went like 12 years in a row. Yeah, like that was my thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but then I moved away for a little bit, and then I kind of stopped going. Then they stopped
It
it.
stopped it.
Now they're bringing
Yeah.
it back to Baker Park. So I went last year.
Yeah, first
my buddy,
year.
My buddy
Right.
won, and his wife.
Yeah.
They got first in I think it was was it like the amateurs? The race?
Amateur.
The
Yeah,
last one.
they have the amateur. They have the professional one. They have
That was the
yeah.
amateur one. They got first. Yeah.
I was trying to explain to
Let's see if I can
the
find it.
gentleman I was talking to before you guys got up what because he's DJing the event for the canoe race.
Oh, are they?
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I know
Colin-
him
Colin-
from.
Colin, yeah.
Yes.
But I was trying to explain what it was like back in the day, man. With the boats out in the
There it
bay
is.
and the party. Oh, hell,
Look at that.
man.
That's the 90s.
Dude, I totally remember this. Yes.
Look, this is the old noodles clothes, the red.
Yes.
It's a classic.
Wow.
But yeah, he's my age. He's
Man.
probably 30, 32, 33.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How about that?
Waiting for the finish.
How about that?
Oh, here you go. Look.
That's full circle, man. There it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had a handicap time of 17 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Great canoe races.
man.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
that's a
Wow, that's
step back in history.
They were friends then. I don't even think they were like
That's
that's
amazing.
like that's how they started it up.
Wow.
It off. They were like race partners.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
So
So there's some the history for you right there, man.
Well,
Yeah.
classics, man.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh,
No, I used to love it. The water balloons.
Oh
Water
yeah.
balloons,
Oh, yeah.
celebration.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. You probably not do that at Baker
They
Park.
you can't no.
You
Well, that's one of
Not
the
more rest
one
years.
of the main reasons why they stopped it was because of all the plastic that that all the balloons that were going into the water and stuff, and then back in the day, man, I mean, it wasn't like the cop presence it is today. Key Wade was off the chart.
Oh yeah.
You had the boats with the poles on the back.
It was
I
crazy,
couldn't be
dude.
saying all this.
No,
but
it was. Yeah, it was wild, dude. It was the Naples party.
it was.
Yeah.
I try to tell everybody there wasn't a lot of phone cameras and phones around.
You're right.
You know,
yeah. Instagram like just
because
started.
yeah, because some people will be like,
Right.
oh man,
Oh.
Yeah, that was the day to let
never
loose.
run for office. You know?
Yeah, when I got back in college, when I was in college, we were coming out. Yeah, that was like the last years I was coming to do it. We were bringing the whole group over from
Yeah.
college.
Oh yeah.
Orlando. We were driving down.
Oh, yeah.
All my friends, they were like, "This is crazy."
Oh yeah.
That was the thing.
Oh
dude.
yeah. Yeah. I had a friend of
Yeah,
mine.
you haven't seen you weren't there.
No, I
You
mean, I was here, but I wasn't like
You weren't-
that.
you weren't
No,
that-
I wasn't involved in that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
at the beginning. I moved.
Yeah.
It was the time I moved here. So
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah. It was one of those just. Naples back in the day had several things. Remember the
Dude.
Taste of Collier? Do
Yeah.
you remember that?
Yes,
I want to bring that back. man.
Well, yeah, because they did it. They were doing the food. We were there. I was at that
the
one.
weight
They had all of that.
races.
Yeah.
Put these people in high heels.
They don't
and
do that anymore,
they don't
huh?
do it anymore at all, man.
They
And
were doing it at the waterside shops. Was that it?
no,
That was another one.
this was on 3rd Street.
Yes,
for
I
a
know, I
while.
remember.
They
Yep.
kind of did it on 5th for a while and Cambier or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a true end of season, and every restaurant and bar participated.
Did it?
Oh
Yep.
wow.
And it was just so it was a thing for the local. And there was music, you had bands, you had all that, and then it culminated in a canoe race, and
Yep.
it was like a whole series of things. celebrating after season.
Naples,
you know,
Naples changing, man.
Naples is not like that
No,
anymore.
it's not.
No, that's what he said. There's no definitive end of season. It just is, man. And people, they freak out when I tell them we got 12 high schools, and they go, no, you don't. And I'm like,
There's people, man.
we
A lot
do.
of families here.
Yeah.
this is
Sure.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because, and I remember when they built Gulf Coast, and all of a sudden Gulf Coast was just overflowing.
Huge school.
And right, so then Palmetto Ridge gets built.
Yeah.
It's overflowing, and then and so that's how it happens.
Kept
And,
going on.
Yeah, these are thousands and
Dude,
thousands of kids.
I went to Barron, and I
Yeah.
remember, I think they sent a lot of people to the other schools, I think, after my junior year. But my first 2 years, there were so many people in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a small school. We
Yeah,
used to have eat food in the gym and the cafeteria, but there was no seats. Like, you had to be people all on the floor. You literally couldn't
That's
get seats.
crazy.
It was insane.
And that's where
yeah.
they split it when they built Gulf Coast.
And they
It took a lot of the North Naples kids and put them in
Split it.
Gulf Coast. you know?
they split it. And then a lot of times they started to change school zones a lot. I know, like over
Yeah.
the past couple of years.
Yeah.
The lines.
Because they keep building them.
Yep, they keep
They
building.
got to redistrict it.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
yeah, so look up Blue Zones.
Yeah, I got it in my
And
notes because I
I
won't forget.
cannot wait for Sunday,
Blue
man.
Zones.
I'm
Pretty
glad
fun,
I'm
Jimbo.
glad we're gonna be there.
It's gonna be fun.
To celebrate the birthday. Man.
Fun.
Can't wait for that. Yeah. So so guys, stay put. We're gonna sign off. Are you ready to sign us off? So have a great Friday. A lot going on this weekend, obviously. Canoe races,
Oh, we can't-
sun rituals. Yep, we're looking
People
right at
looking
it.
the-
Looking right at them right there. I see you all looking at us. But great show today, man. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks, Burt, Commissioner, for being here, and Kevin. And it was just a great show. There you go. Thank you.
Dude,
Bam. I love it. See, my duty's slacking on them. But have a great weekend. And I'll see you next Friday with Lois.
See ya, Sun Rituals.